If you like good coffee, I'm happy for you, but you got the wrong guy. I'm just, well, I mean, I pick and choose when I do this, but I'm kind of 90s maxing, man. Cold brew is not 90s maxing, but finding the first cup of coffee closest to you and drinking it as fast as possible when you wake up without caring that much about the flavor is pretty 90s maxing. It's like spiritual 90s maxing versus functional 90s maxing. Just get a drip coffee maker. You're literally like out here being like, just make your life worse. I know you've considered, I was drinking fucking drip coffee when you were literally prepubescent, to be honest, is my guess. Unless you're 60 years old, in which case, what are you doing here? Not zygotic. I'm assuming they were born in like the 2000s. I didn't really start drinking coffee till like 2010, but what do you mean? Well, I mean, the cold brew is literally inside of my body, like within, I would say 8 minutes of me waking up. The drip coffee maker is fine, but you're either grinding it or you ground the beans the night before. You got to fill the carafe. You got to then you fill the basin or the reservoir. Then you put the filter in. You put the beans in. Then you got to wait for it to go. Then it takes like, 5-10 minutes to brew. Then the coffee's too hot to drink. You got to wait like 20 minutes until it becomes drinkable. Like, nah, man. That's a solved problem for me. Caffeine dependency is crazy. Is it TOS to suggest that this person goons 4 times a day? I never know what's TOS these days. You definitely can't make a pointed comment suggesting someone's sexuality. But can I suggest that they jerk off 4 times a day? Or is that considered, like, are gooners a protected class? We don't know yet. Let me check the executive orders that have been signed recently. Are you an alcoholic if you only drink IPAs? I was kind of losing it, and I'm literally going to become a teetotaler, man. I'm going to become a teetotaler who has a couple beers when he's on vacation. Because I was laughing, Dan was talking about cruises, and I mentioned, like, did you know, I said this as if it was insane, and people no-sold it. I said, do you know if you get, like, gold or diamond status on some cruise lines, they give you 5 free drinks a day? A day! And then people in Dan's chat were like, that doesn't seem like that much. I was like, that doesn't seem like that much? That's, on a week-long vacation, that's 35 drinks, bro. The FDA recommends that you have 0 to 2 weekly. That is that much, man. $20 a day? No, that's like $50 a day, man. They're 100% diluted. You literally have a problem. That's an issue. That's too much, man. I don't know why when it comes to beer, everybody starts talking about it like it's the 50 nug challenge. It's not about how much you can take, man. It's about how much you need. Or maybe rather about how much you don't. Says the guy who drinks 6 Coke Zeros a day. First off, ad hominem. Secondly, straw man. I do not drink 6 Coke Zeros a day. Thirdly, hydroids, when you explain to them that diet soda is literally better for you than alcohol. 5 a day is too much, man. 5 one day is not too much, spiritually. 5 a day for 7 straight days is too much. No, I wouldn't say it makes you an alcoholic if you have 5 a day for a week on a cruise. But I would say if you're like, that'll get me halfway there, you might want to reconsider your relationship with the drink. Like if you're typing that it's not that much, I might just use that as one data point on one side of the compare and contrast chart. I'm not saying fuck you. I'm not saying your soul is damned or whatever. I'm just saying you might want to like take a peek at that. You might, or maybe fuck me. If you're drinking all day, 5 isn't that much, bro. It hits the same. I don't know what you're talking. What are you talking about? If you do it all day, that doesn't seem like that much. You start at 7 a.m. Why? No, you got me all backwards. I'm not saying like you can't consume it. I'm saying why would you? Like why are you trying to rationalize it by saying like if you start with a drink at breakfast, it's not that much. That's like saying you could swallow like a picogram of plutonium as long as you space it out. That's true, though? Yeah, but 1 picogram of plutonium is like 11 million calories or something. Although I don't think it's digestible. It might just be fiber. I'm from Wisconsin. We drink all the time. Wisconsin Life expectancy by county. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to start with Manitowoc. I just downloaded a damn PDF from the government of Wisconsin, bro. What the hell are they doing in Milwaukee, man? Milwaukee has the 5th shortest life expectancy per county on a county by county basis in Wisconsin. Isn't it the only city? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but aren't you supposed to? Isn't the city the one that's supposed to be like? You're supposed to be living a little longer. You're eating kava, right? Aren't you eating kava out there? I don't know how to read this map, man. There's some parts of Wisconsin that are killing it. Western Wisconsin has some 78.2 to 80.0, man. That's pretty good. Anyone here live in Pierce County, Wisconsin? Or Burnett County, Wisconsin? Economic determinants of life expectancy. That just seems like a bummer. Take me to the part where... Okay, spotlight on Milwaukee County. Sorry, I'm digesting the PDF here. It's 30 pages long. Yo, dude, big ups. Fucking Dane County. Dane County women? Any Dane County women out there from Wisconsin watching this? 83.1. You guys are fucking killing it out there. Good job, Dane County women. Also, how about fucking Door County women? 83.4, bro. 83.4. Big ups to the Door County women. Kewaunee? Any Kewaunee County, Wisconsin women here? 84.2, man. You guys are fucking killing it out there. Keep up the good work. Same with Taylor County. Taylor County, 84.2. Keep it up. Now, fellas, don't feel bad, okay? Any Pepin County, Wisconsinites out there? 80.0 for men. That's pretty fucking good, boys. We usually... For that to be above 78 is pretty solid. Big ups to Pepin County men from Wisconsin. Adams County, Wisconsin. We got to pump those numbers up, fellas. 75.2. 75.2. That's fucking crazy. We gotta start pumping those numbers up. I don't know what we got to do about it, but we got to figure it out. What about Vancouver? I don't know. Let me check here. Vancouver. Well, I'm already making excuses. It varies by neighborhood, man. The average, okay, this is from 2022. The average male Metro Vancouverite, I don't know if that includes me because I'm straight. Is that, maybe you got to subtract a couple for me? The average male Metro Vancouverite is expected to live for 82.5 years, 86.6 for women. I'm definitely sure that varies based on neighborhood would be my guess. Would you take a guaranteed 77 or roll the dice? I would roll the dice. I'm not being overconfident necessarily, but I'm looking at that from like a risk analysis standpoint. I'm rolling the dice. Because if the average is 82, I'm not going to take, like this ain't deal or no deal. I'm not going to take a below average result just to lock it in. If you were like, hey, we'll give you an 84, we'll lock in an above average, I would lock that in any day of the week, man. You could die at 45. Yeah, that's, you should read Thinking Fast and Slow. You're falling prey to the loss aversion bias. If you're worried about dying at 45, what, would you lock in like a 52? There's no shot I'm locking in a 52. Malcolm Gladwell posting, bitch, that's Daniel Kahneman. We're both stupid. That felt so fucking good to say. That felt fucking awesome to say. I'm going to buy it right now, $14 on Amazon. Any chance you could buy it from indigo.ca? We're starting a trade war, which is pretty fucked up that I'm like not joking. As somebody who's an independent contractor, unfortunately for Amazon, got a complicated relationship with the current state of geopolitics between us and our friendly neighbor. Get it twisted. We all going to hell in this bitch. Yes, dude. 5 big booms to that. You guys been watching the Mega64 Subathon? I thought I was going delirious last night, man. They're trying to play like Undertale while just constant media share gets popped up on the screen, interrupting them and ruining their lives. They got the fucking media share of Moo Dang looking like it's sucking one of them off. This shit I was laughing my ass off, man.
More animals, less children, please.
Come on, that's
come on.
What are you talking about? They're doing a subathon. Mega64 is doing a subathon. I don't know the gist of it, but they've got like, I don't know, 96 hours left or something like that. And people keep donating like every 2 minutes to play an entire song from the Joker 2 soundtrack.
So it's kind of the same thing. Fuck! Who did that? Quan66468? Bravo Jade? Who the fuck did that?
Bravo Jade. We're gonna,
Bravo fucking
yeah,
Jade.
you're getting fucking sick.
Why? Because it's funny. It's funny, man. I despise TTS. I'm with you most of the time, but this was a definite exception. I think they were doing it right, man. What's the stream title in reference to? What do you mean? Jerry Seinfeld Health and Wellness. Did I put retreat at the end? I'm still struggling to figure out whether it should be Jerry Seinfeld Health and Wellness Retreat or just Jerry Seinfeld Health and Wellness. Retreat is there. We'll try it out. Seminar. Dude, seminar is a much better word for that. Thank you. Jerry Seinfeld Health and Wellness Seminar. Yeah, seminar is the right word there. This is why they always have a writer's room, man. We're not going to be calling it the Michael Richards Health and Wellness Retreat, okay? Although that might even be funnier, but I don't have the courage to put it in the title. But that might be fucking funnier, but I don't think the world is ready for it, unfortunately. Do it. No, librarian, you're getting me in trouble, man. Everybody thinks I hate Kory. They don't understand millennial male bonding, dude. Millennial male bonding is making fun of your friends. It's literally as close as you can be to someone is like the meaner you are to them, even when they ask you to stop talking like that. Kory, can you fucking tell people I don't hate you? Just because I just made a joke about Indiana Jones, okay? And Marvel Rivals. You got other shit going on in your life, but like a lot of the people leaving comments on the YouTube video don't. So when I insult you for playing Marvel Rivals, which I'm not literally even insulting you or the game, I'm literally insulting like your cells, like the telomeres that are the genetic code that's at the end of your DNA. That's literally the only thing I'm targeting when I say that, okay? But their personality is Marvel Rivals. So when I insult Marvel Rivals to get a laugh out of you, they take it personally and they think that I'm being an asshole, man. It doesn't make any sense. I know they keep saying stuff like non-target hit. And I'm like, buddy, you weren't the target, so why were you standing there? This is a live fire situation. You should have been like behind cover or whatever. Did you apologize? I did apologize to Kory during Mario Party 2 days ago. I said, Kory, you should follow whatever keeps the light alive in your heart. That's not an apology? It is in a way. Apollo crashed out after losing one game. He did crash out of Mario Party. He said he needs a little break. That was probably private information, but since you leaked it, that's fine. People were flaming you on the librarian video, and I was +2ing them. Honestly, you just have to consider, like, when you start agreeing with the YouTube comments, that says more about you than it does about me. Because, like, I mean, it's if you're leaving YouTube comments to like 2012 or something like that, like, I get it. But, like, it's 2025, man. The thing is, it's like, okay, and I'm actually not pressed over it at all because I don't open YouTube. That is like, how could I be pressed over it? But Kory and I, we can banter with each other. And maybe I'm giving out a few more hits than I'm taking. I'll acknowledge that. But then, like, when the fucking peanut gallery starts to talk about the social dynamic between Kory and myself, that's a touch grass moment of the week for sure. And then the touch grass moment of the year is when people start replying to the top level YouTube comments about that. And I'm like, buddy, you're literally like LARPing a friendship right now. You don't know what you're talking about. Also, you weren't born in fucking the 1980s, so you don't know what it was fucking like to be like, hey, that's my best friend. Let's go over and like hit his nutsack with the back of my hand or something like that. Because that's the way that you fucking did it back in the day, man. That's the way that you fucking, because you can't say like, hey, I love you, dude. Like, you're the light of my life or whatever. Like that, you got to walk up and slap him on the nuts with the back of your hand, man. Why not? It's fucking society or whatever. All you can do is throw a basketball up in the air, and then when he jumps up to grab it, you grab his gym shorts and pull it down so he flashes his Joe Boxers to everybody in the gym class. The times have changed. I know, they fucking banned dodgeball in school, man. Isn't that how we got into this mess? Bring back dodgeball, dude. The ball literally doesn't even hurt that much when you get hit with it. Unless you're facing like bang on, but then you got to get like some fucking survival instincts, bro, and get out of the way. Who's they? I don't know. I read it on the Babylon Bee. They're fucking, don't you read the news? They're banning dodgeball, man. You literally can't play dodgeball anymore or something. Wait, this one might be real though. Hang on. My guidance counselor broke her finger playing with the 5th graders and they banned dodgeball in 2010. It fucked me up. Literally, the teacher was her own snitch. How can that happen, man? See, that's crazy to me. If you're a grown, like, adult, how old was she? Because if she was, like, 70, that's just, like, she should have opted out. If you're, like, an adult and under the age of, like, 60, and you get injured in a middle school dodgeball game, you just got to keep that to yourself. Because, like, that's embarrassing, man. You're going to let the 5th graders mog you? That's no good, man. You're supposed to be like a mentor to those kids. I told this in dance chat. Nobody seemed to care that much, but I care because it happened to me. In 10th grade gym class, our high school only had one gym, so we shared it with the girls' gym class, and they had that little accordion wall where if they turned the nuclear football key at the same time, the wall would like come out like this and cut the gym in half. But after like the first month of gym class, they stopped doing the half gym because the girls were doing a unit on like indoor soccer or something like that. So for like 6 weeks straight, we went to the weight room every fucking day, man. And they didn't teach us like push-pull legs and shit like that. They didn't teach us, hey, we're going to do like upper body today, lower body tomorrow, and then like cardio. They were just like, go find the bench, bitch, and like do whatever you want. So we were doing like 42 straight days of preacher curls and stuff like that. They didn't give us any recovery or nothing, man. And we were just doing like 70 minutes of bicep work every single day. It was horrible. Just doing bicep work, and then the one where there's like a plate tied to a string tied to the bar, and you work your forearms by like dropping it off the second floor and then like rotating it up. We were like begging the teacher, man. We were like, for the love of God, can we just play like floor hockey or something like that every day? All right, boys, up to the weight room. The girls need to play indoor soccer. You fucking come back like 70 minutes later, their hair looks exactly the same. They got like no sweat stains or nothing. We're fucking dying, like lactic acid seeping out of our fucking skin. Shit makes me sick, man. We didn't get any time for recovery, so we couldn't do any progressive overload, man. Not to mention, for our post-workout meal was like cafeteria French fries. They were setting us up for failure, dude. No stretching, no warm up, no cool down, no nothing, man. While we're spitballing here, can I say something? I don't think jumping jacks are like a real exercise. We were doing them in high school. We were like running laps and then doing push-ups, crunches, and jumping jacks. I don't think jumping jacks are an exercise. I think it raises your heart rate by like 5 beats a minute, man. Don't call it explosive cardio. That's a little... It's a little ridiculous. Do 30 right now? I mean, when I was in boxing class, I don't even know. The dude was having us do like 50 to start the class, and it was like nothing. Now, 10, 20 seconds of straight punching the wall with your gloves on, that's fucking cardio. You're fucking at the end of that. But 30 jumping jacks? 30 jumping jacks is like a fucking... I don't know, it's like walking a block and a half, man. I'm not going to do 30 right now because you guys are going to clip it and fucking my shirt's going to roll up and you're going to see my belly button and clip. I do not do them all limp-like, okay? I get a full extension and then over the top, I touch these 2 fingers together like that. And I'm fucking in sync. I jump jack style. The legs and the arms go out at the same time. Okay, it's not YMCA. I'm going full star jumps, okay? Oh, Legolack. Hit the Elon pose? Well, that's what you gotta do, but you're not supposed to have a smile on your face when you do it. Yeah, burpees pretty much suck. Burpees are pretty bad. You ain't walking the walk? You're literally, basically what you're asking me, when you say, can you do 20 jumping jacks, you're asking me if I can stand up for like 8 seconds without falling down. How would 20 minutes of jumping jacks compare to 20 minutes of punching a wall? It would compare favorably if your goal was to not get your heart rate too high. I mean, after 20 minutes straight of jumping jacks, you'd probably be a little winded. But you're not punching for 20 minutes straight. You're not punching for 60 seconds straight. Myself included. They do want to see my bubs bounce, man. Your teacher ever do the thing where they would ask you to pick a number between 1 and 10? And then, like, if you said 7, they would be like, okay, 17 laps of the gym, 17 jumping jacks, 17 push-ups, 17 crunches. After like a week of that, you think that you've got it figured out and the teacher calls on you and then you say 10 and then the motherfucker says 20 laps, 20 jumping jacks, 20 push-ups, 20 crunches. I forgot. I'm sorry, coach. I wasn't familiar with your game. I forgot you've been coaching since like 1974. Just say 1. Then he fucking gives you 21, bro. He gives you 21. You can't win, man, with this guy. It's a cap on my bottle. All right, we're back with the dolls. It's an animated picture. You know this one. It's Anastasia, bro. It just looks like Anastasia. Okay, it's actually this is definitely like the Fox and the Hound, or as I call it, Fox the Hound. I don't know what this is. Are you the Princess and the Frog? Yeah, I got it. I'm kind of insane at not beating the allegations of being a Disney adult. How'd you know this? It's actually Princess and the Frog is kind of Kino. I'm just gonna say it. As far as it's in the old Disney tradition. Plus, I've seen it, but I don't remember this like Xbox Live Arcade looking shot. But is it? Well, it's no Past Lives, Celine song, but it's better than Twisters, which I gave a 2.5. I had not much interest in Twisters. Started it today on the bike. First half of the movie, kind of exhilarating, honestly. Well shot, beautiful looking film, considering it's just a Hollywood blockbuster. I found myself being kind of like sucked into it, and then the last half of the movie, what are we doing here, man? Bring back the tornadoes. I get that you're doing like character development, but I just don't find the characters in Twisters that interesting. Maybe because one of them's a YouTuber and I'm also a YouTuber. But like just more tornadoes, man. Just give me some more tornadoes. Also, great score, absolutely horrific soundtrack. Maybe the widest gulf between score and soundtrack in cinematic history. But anyway, 2.5. It's not worth watching. It's still pretty okay, but I mean, I didn't feel as insulted as I did when I watched Civil War. Let's put it that way. Arnold Palmer, half iced tea, half lemonade, 30, 11.5 ounce cans. What the hell's your problem, Arnie? You can't give us the extra half ounce? Isn't a normal ounce or a normal can 12 ounces? Would ruin the ratio? Can't they just, it's half and half, right? Can't they just add an ounce of tea and an ounce of lemonade? Or a quarter ounce of tea and a quarter ounce of lemonade, I should say. I do think, let's see, you probably get away with 30 cents a can, which would make this like $9.99, but I'm going to round up because Costco attracts more affluent customers. I'm going to say $11.99. Wow, I don't know shit about the United States of America. Drinks are fucking cheap down there, boys. $9? $9 for 30 cans. The heuristic was kind of right, man. That shit is $16 now. Really? It's crazy that actually makes me want to buy it more because I'm like, maybe they added 20 cents per can worth of value, man. Now they added $1.50 per gallon on fuel. Wait till Danielle Smith turns off the taps. Just kidding. She'll probably crank them up a little bit. Fuck! Sorry. Sorry. I lost myself for a second there. I lost my... And Danielle Smith, she's the premier of Alberta, the most oil-producing province in Canada. Wait, look at my fucking premier, bro. We're going to lose the trade war. Fuck! I don't live in Alberta, but I mean, in some ways I might as well. Don't remind me. Sorry, she's not listening. She's still in DC, right? Wild, she takes the heat off Doug Ford. Bro, Doug Ford is our nation's champion now, right now. We're fucked, man. He's leading the council of premiers. He's the dude putting up the united front. I'm scared, man. He's our Captain America. It wasn't supposed to go down like that. What do you think, guys? Canada? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. 5,000 kilometers away. How about Panama? That's cooler? How about fucking... Mongolia? All right, that was not a smart guess, man. That was a really bad guess. How about France? I'm fucking confused, bitch. This shit's starting to piss me the fuck off, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's fucking Norway. That's like from the tip of Baffin fucking Island. Maybe it's 5K to Norway, dude. Oh, Norway's colder. I know. They won't stop telling me that. It's close to France and Albania. But it's, how can it only be like 6 kilometers away, 6,000 kilometers away from Canada, but it's over here? It doesn't make any sense, man. Slovakia? No, it's closer. Well, maybe it's in Africa. Maybe it's like Mali. It's adjacent to the answer. Maybe it's Guinea, Bissau. Oh, fuck. Western Sahara? Oh, fuck you, man. That's Morocco, man. That's just Morocco. That's Morocco! I can do this. That's Ghana, man. Senegal? Fuck you, dude. Liberia? Sierra Leone? Oh, the Ivory Coast? Okay. I'm calling fucking bullshit. I'm calling fucking bullshit. That's not 6,000 kilometers from Canada. It's not. It is? It's not, man. I need someone put this in the chat GPT, okay? There's no way because it's like 6,000 kilometers from Vancouver to Toronto, bro. There's no shot that it's 6,000 kilometers to the Ivory Coast. There's a competition for Fermi estimates, like how many pets are in Australia. You ever see that? I can't even talk about it. Suffice it to say, doing trivia on the Disney cruise made me think about this tweet that I saw like a year ago, which, like, to paraphrase, is like the only thing, nothing annoys a nerd more than like a guy who's like 10% more nerdy than him. And that's 100% true. I like being the nerd in a room full of normies. When I enter a room full of nerds, I'm like, man, fuck this place. Dude on the Disney cruise playing Castaway Key trivia, getting every fucking answer correct while also playing Civ 6 on his iPad the whole time. Fuck you, buddy. Get out of here. Shit was pissing me the fuck off. Well, it was annoying. It wasn't pissing me off. I didn't want to like throw hands, but I was getting annoyed. I was like, this guy's pretty annoying, but this is probably how like people feel about me too. He was locked in. Why can't you just coexist? Because I want to win the fucking Chip and Dale medal to give to my daughter, bro. Movie to movie, pick 2 movies that people have seen, challenge, difficulty degree impossible. I'm not talking about Driving Miss Daisy, okay? Meryl Streep. How do I know this guy from? Where do I know Ben Whishaw from? Stop talking about whether I hate feminist movies, and you fucking tell me, have you seen Suffragette? You're begging the fucking question. Because all I said is I haven't seen this shit. Caught. I know you haven't seen this shit unless you saw it in school. This shit probably went direct to digital during the pandemic, okay? I know where I want to go. I want to go Carey Mulligan Maestro. He's just not, Bradley Cooper. He's just not that into you. Scarlett Johansson. Lucy. Morgan Freeman. Driving Miss Daisy. You got to admit, that's a fucking cracked line, bro. That's a fucking cracked, the speed was there. The links are too long, but the speed was there. Scarlett Johansson was beautiful in that picture. Bro, it's a picture of her face. She's a beautiful person. It's your first day on planet Earth. You should watch Under the Skin, bro. Gentlemenboners is that way. They fucking got you, dude. You didn't even like really open yourself up to it, but they got you. You didn't do anything wrong, really. You were just being nice, but they fucking got you. Where's the YouTube comments calling out that chatter? You can't, I think it'd be better if we all appreciated the beauty in our lives instead of trying to make pithy, sarcastic comments. Man, fuck you. Not you. You guys are chill. Our Gentlemenboners has just banned links from X. That's all right. As the cis admin of Mr. Skin, we're fucking up big this week, man. Did you see Challengers didn't get any Oscar noms? There's 2 things I want to say about Challengers. There's 3 things I want to say about Challengers, okay? The first one is I liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. The second thing I would say is what would it be nominated for except maybe score? I think it could be nominated for score, but I haven't seen every movie that released last year, so I don't know. But like it really was only up for like 1 category, I would think. So not getting nominated there is a slight, but it's not like unfathomable. The other thing is I also think that Challengers, based on the way that chat talks about Challengers, is that it's like the favorite movie of people that have not seen it. So whenever Chiblee and I were talking about Challengers, all the discourse in chat, I was like, wait a second, these motherfuckers haven't seen the movie, man. They haven't seen the movie at all. Some of you have seen the movie, I'm sure, but a lot of people have not seen the movie. I was losing it when people were like, there's no good guy in Challengers. I was like, Art is a good guy, man. He says one mean thing to a dude who's been mean for a dude who's had him in his sights for like 20 years. But he's a nice guy, at least. That one friend who's too nuanced, there's good people. Everybody's a real person. Bro, Art is a good person. Patrick and Tashi are not good people. He's kind of boring, though. Well, I mean, listen, he lost his mojo for sure, dude. I mean, like, I wouldn't be out there asking Tashi Duncan to just hold me until I fall asleep, bro. You're going to give her the ick, man. You're going to lose all your fucking aura. Dude, you can't be doing that shit. I'm sorry. I don't want to express toxic masculinity, but you can't be doing that shit, man. Like, you need someone to sit you down and tell you can't do that. That being said, he's a good guy. He seems like a good father, too. Patrick and Tashi are bad people.
Thermos, a noun meaning cemetery, a noun meaning a burial ground. Cemetery originates.
No! That's one of my fucking trigger words, man. It's an E. It's cemetery, not cemetery. Yeah, fuck you, Stephen King. You motherfucker, you fucked me, Stephen.
Cistern. Neem, a noun meaning a large tropical Asian tree, Azadirachta indica, of the mahogany family having a bitter bark used as a tonic, and leaves and seeds that have insecticidal and antiseptic properties and yield a medicinal aromatic oil. The word neem is drawn from Hindi and Urdu, originally from Sanskrit nimba, neem. A noun meaning a large tropical Asian tree, Azadirachta indica, of the mahogany family having a bitter bark used as a tonic, and leaves and seeds that have insecticidal and antiseptic properties and yield a medicinal.
Fuck. I couldn't bring myself to type NEEM. It just doesn't feel right.
Communique, a noun meaning bulletin, derived from French communiqué, which originates from Latin communicare. Communique, a noun meaning bulletin,
It's
derived from
communists.
French communiqué, which originates from Latin communicare. Communique, a noun meaning bulletin.
That's communique.
Derived from French communiqué, which originates from Latin communicare.
Communique.
A noun meaning bulletin. Derived
Okay,
from French communiqué,
but it's derived
which
from
originates
French.
Latin communicare.
Communique.
A noun meaning bulletin. Derived from French
communique. Oh, that was a fucking gut check, man. That was a fucking gut check. Oh.
Crew, a noun meaning a private organization staging festivities, such as parades, during Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Crew, a noun meaning
I actually have no idea. Crew with the K, man. With a K. I got the E, but the K is crazy. It fucking is Neem. I'm pissed. I'm not pissed about cemetery. That one's on me, but if you were from Louisiana, you'd know it. It's so fucked up. My first reaction was to say if I was from Louisiana, I wouldn't know anything. I'm sorry. I had to say it because it's really funny, but it's fucked up that that's the first thing that came to my head when I read that message. I'm being honest about my instinct, okay? It's mean. I know. That's why I said it was fucked up, dude. What am I looking at here? Marinate chicken in turmeric and garlic and coriander. We do things a little differently here. Food's not just fuel for us. It's an opportunity for family to sit down and get together and enjoy each other's company. It's more of like a ritual. It has like some significance. We don't do it like other people do it. So this is England, man. Because they fucking put the hush puppies in with the fish and chips. This is England. That's not even the same food. I feel like I shouldn't be looking at this. I feel like this is perhaps the most like I don't even know what to say because it's not a disgusting image necessarily, but it does look more sexual than I would like my food to be. Sorry, someone said turkey ass. It really does look like turkey ass from Norbit, man. It does look like turkey ass. Librarian, pull that up. Turkey ass is a good bit, man. That's probably like 10 times more expensive than this one, but like at the same time, they put some care into it. Oh, turmeric, coriander, lime leaves, lemongrass, galangal. I'm thinking it's maybe Thailand again, man. Borders to the southwest, Malaysia. Or Indonesia, Brunei, or Singapore. Bro, it's fried chicken? Yeah, but like not... No disrespect, but like there's a reason that Korean fried chicken is popping off worldwide and this shit ain't making it out of the, the tropic of... Are they in the tropics in Southeast Asia? This shit's a hard sell in North America, at least. It's good, it just don't look right. Yeah. I mean, with the... whatever. I'm sure it tastes... I mean, it's fried chicken. I'm sure it tastes good. It's because of the American GIs, the Korean fried chicken is so good. Well, then why doesn't American fried chicken taste better? Like, I see... There's obviously American influence on South Korea as a result of the occupation during the Korean War. Or, like, the allies during the Korean War. And, like, subsequent relationship between the countries. But, like... What about Popeyes? But let's not go through the Popeyes fucking spin cycle again, where I say I ate it and it was shit, and then you guys say, yeah, you ate it in Washington. The whole point of the fucking franchise is that it's supposed to be the same no matter where you go. Like, I've never been to a McDonald's in the United States of America and been like, wow, this is like way worse than other McDonald's. The food always tastes the same. You really just judge them based on the quality of their bathrooms. It tastes good. The Popeyes in Renton, Washington, and there might be more than one. So I don't want to, if there's perfectly good franchise owners out there, I don't want them to get collateral damage. But okay, the Popeyes in Renton, Washington was not a great experience for me. I go to that one, please stop. Please stop going there because it's bad, or please stop blowing up the spot, man. I know I say it every single time as well. Korean fried chicken is great, but they gotta fucking give you more fries. Could we have like an American - Korean hybrid fusion cuisine fried chicken restaurant? I want an American portion of fries and Korean fried chicken. They do need to just put the fries in the bag, man. They gotta stop putting sugar and cheese on all their street food. They do. I don't fuck with whenever like the fried chicken is like cheese snow fried chicken. I'm like, nah, man, I'm content with maybe like a little bit of, just give me a classic. And then if you're doing half and half, I don't know, maybe like a sweet and spicy or something like that. I don't need the cheese snow. It's a bigger deal than it sounds like. On Christmas Eve 2024, NASA's Parker probe came within 3.8 million miles of what? The sun? Yeah. But apparently, I read this somewhere. Apparently, despite it being big and having a ton of gravitational pull, it's hard to send something to the sun, right? It's very hot. No, but it obviously, but it's like it's a physics problem. It's not like a temperature problem. Isn't it like if you get the angle off by like 0.01, it just shoots off into like the unknown universe or something? It's really far away. I mean, like, I'm an idiot, but I would think like if you just shot something into space at the sun, eventually like it would do the work for you. But apparently that's not the case. What do you mean by that? Well, I just think like if you put like a grain of sand in a bathtub and then pop the drain, eventually it would go down the drain. That's kind of like my model for our solar system, is that like the sun is the drain. And if you pop the drain, it turns on the gravity and kind of everything goes into the sun. Except for us, because we're like spinning around, I guess. I don't know. It's because Earth is moving too fast. We're literally like not moving at all, man. Like if we were moving, I'd be like dizzy. You know how easily I get motion sick? How many humans are visible in Edouard Manet's painting Olympia? I have to say 6 humans. How many humans are visible in William Hogarth's Body Before and After? That's probably 2. The answer is 2. I was just waiting for another painting reference that I didn't know at all. I know American Gothic. It's the Pitchfork Farmers. I know like fucking Son of Man, dude with the apple in front of his face or whatever. Name 100 paintings. I literally couldn't. I genuinely couldn't. I could name 5. Yeah. American Gothic, Son of Man, The Scream, Starry Night, The Mona Lisa. Boom. 10, The Girl with the Pearl Earring, Whistler's Mother, Self-Portrait. What about, is Guernica a painting? Guernica? Is Guernica a painting? Dogs Playing Poker, that's a big one. Nighthawks at the Diner, so I think it's just called Nighthawks, Tom Waits, but still. Yeah, I don't know who did it though. Did you guys know Norman Rockwell's still alive? I don't know why I said that. He's probably been dead for like 60 years. This one takes a little bit of extra work. You've got a friend in me. Lean on me. Who's afraid of little old me? Without me, lean with me, rock with me. Don't blame me. Stand by me. Isn't there's like Taylor Swift here. You belong with me, and maybe who's afraid of little old me and wish you never dated me. These sound like Taylor Swift songs. Don't blame me. Oh, the Taylor Swift knower who doesn't know half of these songs has logged on. I do know You Belong With Me, and I do know Me, but I don't know the other ones. They just sounded the most Taylor Swift adjacent. How about Lovin' On Me? Love Me? No. Okay, hang on. Hate me, erase me, wish you never dated me, still trying to replace me. They rhyme, man. Lean with me, without me, loving on me, love me. Genre rap. The rhyme is me. I guess I didn't think about that. Higher percentage of people who commute by walking. These ones always fuck me for what I consider to be I have a backwards heuristic. I always assume that in the cities, more people walk because people live in apartments that are possibly close enough to their office to walk. And then what happens in the US is that the shit is inverted. People in the cities still drive, but people deep in the country walk because they don't have a car. Like, if you live in America, you might not realize that that's like the reverse of the rest of the world. I think, at least. What are you talking about? This has happened so many times in this game specifically, in Juxtastat. I'm like, well, the city must have more walking commuters. And then I click the city and they go, bro, people in the other place can't afford vehicles, so they walk. Or they have too many DUIs or whatever. I'm going to click Nashville, it's going to be wrong. And then people are going to be like, what are you talking about? See? The fuck are you talking about, man? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know shit about the world around you. You know more about ender lilies than you know about Nashville, Tennessee. I don't even want to click this one. I mean, I needed to because I wanted to get 3 out of 5 instead of 2 out of 5. But I had to click it. I was under duress, okay? The US has like 3 walkable cities. I know that you guys know this, but do you ever think about how fucked up it is that Los Angeles is not a walkable city? It has like 11 million people or something in the metro area, and you can't walk. in the second biggest, or one of the top 3 biggest cities in the US, you can't walk. In LA, we have 1 walkable city. No, dude, okay, come on. Don't get down on yourself. I haven't been to every US city, but New York and Seattle are both walkable at a minimum. San Francisco too, you're right. San Francisco too. Boston, I wouldn't know because I've only been there in the wintertime, so I'm not going to put out a hit on Boston. I know it better be walkable because it's impossible to drive there because the roads look like they were made by a spider. I always crash out right at the end of the dulls because I don't know fucking what country exports the most rubber belting. I'm going to assume China's up there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. I do, whenever I think of rubber, I do also think of South America. So I feel like I got to put some respect on Brazil's name. Oh, you fucked me. How about the United States of America, bitch? That's right. Yes, sir. Number 3. How about a little country by the name of India? Top 10? I'll take a top 10, bro. I'll take a top 10 any day of the week, bro. How about a little country by the name of Germany? Germany loves to export stuff. Germany! They love exporting stuff in Germany, dude. That's like one of the 20 things I know about Germany, is they fucking love exporting shit, for sure. Name all 20. Beer, sausage, soccer, exporting stuff. They're a detail-oriented people, stereotypically. Dry sense of humor. Cars that make you pay a subscription fee every month in order to use the heated seats. Oh, yeah. Bad music. Sorry. It's really, at least the German music that makes it to North America is really noteworthy for not being very good. Now, do Canadian exports export a lot of oil, a lot of potash? Potash is a big one. Maple syrup? No, there's that. We don't fuck around with that. Vermont goes kind of crazy for that. I'm not trying to get on Vermont's bad side. We might need them in the upcoming trade war. Well, Vermont, you're fucking with Canada more than the US, right? This is like a King Solomon thing. It's like we would never make you choose. Yes, lately, yes, of course, yes, no doubt. Yeah, okay, cool. That's the thing, we would never make you choose. Your country might make you choose. We would never make you choose. Would you accept Minnesota? Yes, sir, I would. Idaho, sorry, buddy, you made your bed. North Dakota, South Dakota, enjoy big sky country. That might be Montana, but you're kind of lumped in there too. Washington, Minnesota, I don't think Michigan, I think they would just be a thorn in our side. I think they'd be a squeaky wheel. I think they would want too many concessions in order to join Canada, plus it's a purple state. It's like, I don't know if we want to, you know, like in civilization, when you take over like a city, you get to choose whether to like annex it or raise it. Well, Michigan in the trade war, that might be more trouble than it's worth. I'm not saying we would raise it. I'm just saying like the negotiations at the negotiation table might be a little different. New York's too big for us. We can't digest it. I'm sorry. Pennsylvania, too far south. I'm sorry to say. Listen, I know what country I live in. We're not going to swallow up New York. That's not likely, man. We can't handle New York City. We can barely deal with Toronto. Maine, happy to have you. Happy to have you. And then like half of New Hampshire, I think. Illinois, I don't think we can handle you, to be honest. I think you got to figure out what you're doing with New York. Please take Michigan. I like Michigan. I just have a feeling that you would... my perception of Michiganders is that they're a little big for their britches. I don't think they would want to join Canada as an equal partner. I think they would want some special treatment. I'm getting a lot of +2s off that. They should make me the fucking Secretary of State or whatever they call it in Canada. The Minister of fucking Foreign Affairs or whatever. What about Alaska? I don't think they want us, to be honest. I'm not out here trying to advocate for the forceful annexation of what should be our closest ally. I'm just saying, like, state-wise, I think Washington might be amenable. I think Minnesota might be very amenable. And all those states in the Northeast that are, like, to the east of New York, and they all kind of, I can't remember which one goes where, I think we'd love to have you. Great skiing, great maple syrup, man. Minnesota, I feel like they would ask too much in the negotiations. And then Idaho, the Dakotas, and Montana, they don't want us, so we don't want them. That's fine. Again, we're not trying to put anybody under undue pressure, man. Wisconsin? I don't know, I have to look at a map. Released in 2009. Okay, it's not Born This Way by Lady Gaga. Hey, hey, goodbye. I don't know what this is. That sounds really familiar. Oh wait, this is Telephone by Lady Gaga, bro. Yeah, I know this one. I know, yep. Stop calling, I don't wanna talk anymore. I left my purse and my phone on the dance floor. Something like that, right? Stop calling, I don't wish to speak anymore. I left my bag with my phone on the dance floor. Zip, 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 my telephone. Zip, 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 my telephone. Yeah. This unlocked a memory. I mean, I think it's a pretty good song as far as, you know, top 40 pop songs go. Lady Gaga really came in like a wrecking ball, man. She had Just Dance, Poker Face, Bad Romance, Telephone, and Paparazzi all on that first album. And fucking maybe Fernando as well. That was Miley Cyrus? No, Miley Cyrus sang Wrecking Ball. I'm saying fucking Lady Gaga came in like a wrecking ball, bro. All she ever did was fucking wreck me. It's called Alejandro, not Fernando. Oh yeah, I got confused with ABBA or whatever. Chappell Rowan is the modern day Lady Gaga. I don't really see it that way, but I also don't see us having to pit two queens against one another. I see them occupying different niches. I mean, I don't think Lady Gaga has a song about getting her pussy ate in the back seat of the car or whatever. Sorry, the passenger seat. Why am I getting HUD? You guys haven't heard Casual? It's in the fucking lyrics of the song. It's not subtext, it's text. I know singers who use subtext and they're all cowards. I haven't heard that one? Bet you it's on the Peloton playlist. Good song? It's a fucking great song. She knows what she's doing, man. Oh, you can't listen to Chappell Rowan. You're straight and 36. Read between the lines, bitch. It's just, I still don't know. It might be TOS to do the middle finger, so I just have to... I'm not sure I can do it. I think you could do it. I've seen people give the middle finger to the camera, but you never know. Sorry, chat. I think I'm becoming radicalized by this email from Letterboxd. Please tell me if you're on Letterboxd and you also got this email. And let's dissect this together. To celebrate the Academy Award nomination for Best Animated Feature Memoir of a Snail, Mongrel Media and Letterboxd are giving you the chance to win. Wait for it. You pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. They're giving you the chance to win one of 5 digital downloads of the film on the Apple TV app. Letterboxd, listen here and listen good. How much did you get paid for this promotion? To send out an email blast to your 100 million users for 5 worthless prizes, okay? Now, I'm not suggesting that the movie is worthless. 5 digital codes? Thank you, Tim Cook. Thank you, Tim Cook, for your generosity. Just please do not become addicted to the digital codes for Memoirs of a Snail. Can you turn on the taps a little bit, Tim Cook? Please, please. I opened the email thinking it would be like, we'll give you the movie. I feel like it's insulting that they want us to squabble amongst ourselves for 5 digital downloads, man. Do you know what the media landscape is like? Probably better than me, considering you run a media company. But there's literally movies coming out of my fucking ears. Every time I boot up any media app, they're like, hey, do you want to watch every movie that's ever won Best Picture in the last 100 motherfucking years? And then you want some artificial scarcity here for Marcel, the snail with the memoirs fell off? I'll pay for it, bro. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. No. Save the ink and paper. I'll pay for it. What's that one video you referenced where they say he's studying it? Oh, that's Joby Dog YouTube video. Dog won't listen 14 years ago.
Today I want to show y'all how this dog, he
Mine's
so
so good.
I want to show you something. Get that ball over here, dog. Come on. Let's get your dog. Let's get your ball and play with it. I ain't got no damn ball. Where he done playing over here. There you go. That's what I want y'all to see, how good he mind me. Come on, bring the ball back, boy.
The dog is playing with the ball.
Bring it on, right? You see, he working his way over this way. Bring the ball back, boy. Bring it on back, son. There you go. Joby, I'm over here, boy. Hey, boy. Don't go in that damn water.
The dog is on the beach and has now gone into the shallow water.
I ain't gonna take you home. Well, come on. He got his damn feet
paws
wet
all
now.
wet shit.
Dog. Come on over here, Joby. Come on, let's show him how good you do now. Come
on.
Right here to me, boy.
Right here.
Yeah, I want you to show him how good you know how to mind me. Come on.
He just studying
I'm waiting
it.
on you to throw your ball back to you, boy. Bring it on back. He just studying it right now.
You know
Come
how
on,
dogs
boy.
is and all
He
that.
got to do a little meditating. You know how dogs is and all. They have to think a little bit and ponder the whole situation.
And the dog is pooping on the
Joby,
ball.
What you doing, dog? Joby, that's the nastiest thing I ever seen you do. Bring your ball.
And now he's spinning around in the poop and he's smacking the poop with his paws.
You're making a mess. Oh, good night. Dog, crank that car up, girl. Crank that car. Get me all out of here. I ain't taking that old shit dog out with me.
Oh, that's a good video, man. Oh, man, that's a good video. Remember when the internet was fucking good, dude? Back when people were like just filming stuff, like 20 years ago. You know what's crazy is that sounds like a long time when you say it, but like it doesn't sound like a long time to me anymore. I was basically like the same motherfucker, to be honest. Except you hated mayo back then. That is true. I did hate mayo back then. I don't think this is like a theory, but I do think you can observe it. In some ways, I think we're destined to become the opposite of our parents. Well, you choose. You choose either to be the opposite of your parents or a doppelganger of your parents. Food-wise, I became the opposite of my dad. I grew up under my father's culinary influence. As soon as I moved out, I said, maybe it's time to like not be a picky eater anymore. And I became a fairly adventurous eater. I would even say I overcorrected and kind of became too adventurous for a while. And now I'm pulling it back to like a more sane level where I've stopped ordering food that fucks up my stomach and gives me diarrhea the next morning with 100% regularity. And now sometimes I'll be like, I'll just take that mild instead. My father will not eat any food with a white sauce on it because he's like categorically opposed to mayonnaise. And you might ask, doesn't that cause problems? Yes, it does. It does from time to time, because he also loves to eat hamburgers at restaurants, but every restaurant has their own special sauce, and their own special sauce inevitably is like some combination of mayonnaise and something else. Like 30% of the time, the burger comes and it has some kind of like white sauce on it that might be like an aioli, and he has to... Like, it kind of harshes the vibe a bit, because we got to be like, well, you could always send it back. And then he's like, no, I'll just, like, scrape it off. I became the opposite. I can't remember the last time that, like, I've made a substitution at a restaurant, to be honest with you. And my dad, you know, he's his own person, man. If he really doesn't like mayonnaise that much, I'm not going to tell him that he has to eat the mayonnaise, but... It had the impact that it had on me is that I've become the opposite. Is like if I have to order something on the menu with a substitution, I just order something else. Thoughts on the I want to live forever guy having a boner off with his son? It's insane that I know how to parse the sentence that you just said. We were not built to have this much information in our brains, man. I did not see the specific thing you're talking about, but I believe it. I also saw that he had his own documentary on Netflix, and I said there's literally a 0% chance I'm ever gonna watch that, to be honest. Especially because he's like a producer on it. No, thank you, man. I already know too much about you. He measures his son's erection times. That's crazy, man. Has he never heard of like performance anxiety? Like I honestly, I think that would cause problems for me. I would have a hard time maintaining a quality one, I think, given the insanity of the situation. So I'm trying to say that I think his data should be called into question, because I don't think that it's taken in a representative like manner. I don't think it's taken in a representative sample. His son beat him by 2 minutes. Well, I'm rooting for the old guy because he's only like 10 years older than me, but still, like, it's not really a fair comparison, you know? Which one ate the cookie? It's gotta, the son had to eat the cookie, because I don't see the vampire eating the cookie, because doesn't he just eat like riced cauliflower and pills or whatever? Something like that. You guys are gross? What are you talking about, man? Thank you, God, for giving us these body parts that we're not allowed to talk about, or else the tender sensibilities of a fully grown man in Twitch chat might be offended. So he wants to pretend that he doesn't have a little flap of skin down there with a color-changing tip, man. What are you talking about? It's just skin and nerves and muscles and like maybe a bone. I don't know. Nobody's ever really figured it out. I don't think they've ever done like an X-ray on it or whatever. What was your dad's bad experience with mayo? Well, that's the thing, is like, you gotta remember, my dad's not just my dad, he's my grandparents' son. So I don't know, maybe he just inherited like a mayo distaste from them, and like, I mean, it's kind of like it's all trauma all the way down, right? Whoops, I should get in there. I honestly couldn't tell you though, I've never had the gall to ask, I suppose. You broke the anti-mayo cycle? That is true. But then, like, the trade-off is that, like, my daughter's gonna become the most picky eater of all time. She's gonna have these memories of, like, me being like, come on, we're in South Korea, you gotta eat chicken feet. And then she's gonna grow up and, like, only eat pepperoni pizza with ranch dressing on it. But because I'm a streamer, hopefully she's gonna take her education very seriously so she doesn't end up like me. And then she'll get, like, a normal, sensible job. That would be a good trade-off for, like, the pepperoni pizza and the ranch dressing, I guess. I'm not ready for the Nepo babies getting into streaming. Listen. I don't know if she's a Nepo baby. Isn't a Nepo baby like, that's a strata above the world that I'm running in. Maybe within the scope of Twitch, she would be a Nepo baby. But like within the scope of the earth, she's not a Nepo baby. Influencer is already the top career choice for kids. Yeah, I know, we gotta knock that off, like, real quick. It's too late? Yeah, but all things in... Like, when you're in a trend in society, it feels like it's gonna last forever. But then, like, 10 years later, you're saying stuff like, remember when everyone wanted to be an influencer? So I'm hopeful that eventually that's gonna happen. Like, Gen Z, I'm hoping is like peak influencer culture. And I'm hoping Gen Alpha is like, nah, man, we all want to be doctors again. Why do you walk like that? I was guilty of suggesting that it's because he has a turd in his pants, and then someone in my Discord very fairly brought up that I was actually participating in the erasure of men with extremely long balls. So it's possible that he just has like insanely long balls, and he wants to walk without like the balls rubbing against his thigh. Chicks dig the long ball. Don't call them chicks, bro. But also, is that true, ladies? I feel like before I say this, I need to say that it comes from Prezzo. Prezzo typed, the gays are fucking with weird balls. Now, again, I'm not suggesting that that's 100% true. Would anyone in chat like to comment on that? True, 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 true. Okay, all right. As the gays, we are not. I'm sorry to say that like 3 or 4 people who may have just wanted to type OMG they are have now defined the Overton window for this. You gotta remember, I say this a lot. Gamers now are better than gamers have ever been. This would be like the hardest video game ever released until I was literally like 22 years old. Games have gotten, on one side, they've gotten easier. All you have to do is put in your credit card. But a certain spectrum of games, particularly character action games, have gotten incredibly difficult. Now, there's some exceptions from my youth. Ninja Gaiden 3D on the Xbox 360 is pretty tough, man. But like, the average game has gotten a lot harder, and the average gamer has gotten insanely good. Average gamer has gotten worse. You actually have no... Speedrunners didn't even exist until I was like 17, man. Nowadays, like every 14-year-old kid is on the top of speedruns.com for like some Sonic the Hedgehog game. Back in the day, just knowing a kid your age who had beaten the game was like, holy cow, you should go pro. You should see your name in like Nintendo Power magazine. The thing about old games is like 1 in 15 of them was the best game ever made. And then like 8 of the other 15 of them, you couldn't get past the first level because they like wouldn't tell you what button opens a door. So you would like kill all the enemies, get to like the end of a hallway, and there'd be a door, and then you would just sit there pressing like every combination of buttons on your SNES controller trying to figure out how to open the door. And then you find out that apparently Batman actually starts with a fucking grappling hook, and you're supposed to grapple through a little window on top of the door that they did not fucking tell you about, and then he shoots through the top of the window and you get to go to level 2. Okay, I didn't find that out until like 10 years after I rented the game. I got lost in Kingdom Hearts 1. Okay, bro, to be fair, at that point, like, Cheat Code Central existed, so I'm gonna call that a skill difference. Because I was not a good gamer. Usually I would play like a single player game until I hit the first difficult part, and then I would just go back to playing sports games on like the second hardest difficulty and having like an 82-0 season in NHL 03, and I beat Kingdom Hearts. So like that one, that strikes me as a bit of a pebcac issue personally. On Sunshine Island, really? When you borrowed it from your friend? Yeah, I beat it on PS2, bro. Did you beat the Gladiators Coliseum? I beat Sephiroth in the Gladiators Coliseum, yeah. Did you beat Ganon in Ocarina of Time? No, that's like the prototypical example of me having no tenacity as a youngster. I literally washed out before you get to the Temple of Time, man. I washed out on Jabu Jabu's belly. And I'm not being sarcastic. Do you just never stop attacking? Now, I think, honestly, if you put me back in Ocarina of Time, I could beat Jabu Jabu's belly, but like at age 10, with all the switches and like carrying the princess around everywhere, I was like, fuck this, man. I ain't got time for this shit. Hang on, Chiblee. I didn't see your message, Chiblee. I was fighting the disgraced chieftain. Enjoying the 1 hour of freedom from my plastic prisons to enjoy a nice warm coffee. Chib, I think you're like Invisalign's strongest soldier. I hope you were being sarcastic though when you said you were not gonna sleep with the plate in. Because I think if you're gonna do it, you should just do it. You should go all the way. I was joking, okay. That's good. I mean, I don't want to tell you how to live your life or whatever. I was glad we have like the same story, dude. Like my parents, I have very few complaints about the way that I was brought up, and inevitably, like when someone else is in charge of all of your important decisions until you're like somewhere between 15 and 25 years old, like you're gonna have some disagreements. But the dentist when I was a kid was like, hey, you should probably have braces. And then just like you, my mom asked me, she was like, do you really want braces? And I feel like my memory is that she phrased it in such a way that was like, do you really want to deal with like all that trouble? And like maybe kids will like make fun of you or something. And I picked up on the vibes and was like, no, why would I ever want that? And now that I'm like 36, I was like, man, I really wish she forced me to knock that shit out when I was like 12 or whatever. That would have been way easier. Plus, she would have paid for it. I'm not going to send her a bill for it. She also paid for my college, like straight up, so. She's a nice lady. She's done a lot for me, including like raising me. I mean, my dad was there too. I don't want to make it sound like he left or whatever. He was doing a good job too. He was in the room? No, he was involved. How do you think I learned how to play catch and stuff like that? Your mom can't teach you how to play catch, huh? Okay, you're fucking gaslighting me. That being said, my mom and dad did play in a rec baseball league, and my mom, as shortstop, she sprained her finger, okay? So, I'm just saying, that's who you want me to learn from? I mean, that's a rough place to be playing in the infield, don't get me wrong. Like, those line drives are coming at you pretty fast on shortstop, but like, I prefer shortstops who don't sprain their finger. That's a skilled position? That's what I'm saying, man. She shouldn't have been there. She didn't have the agility for shortstop. They should have maybe have her on first or something like that. It's not like this is rec softball occupationally, man. Like they didn't need to have someone on first base who could like, you know, be relied upon to hit a grand slam or something like that. They just needed somebody to catch the ball. Why they got my mom out there playing shortstop, bro? I would have struck your mom out in 3 pitches. It was one of those leagues where you pitch to your own team, so that's actually like, that means you would have been a really bad pitcher if you were striking out my mom. You should have given her something across the plate that she could actually hit, man. Why would they do it like that? Because it's not, nobody here's getting scouted for the majors, bro. They're just literally like trying to get a little cardio in. Plus, this was like I don't know if you were alive in like 1998, but everybody was deeply out of shape. Like, you gotta remember, this is the culture that birthed Super Size Me, where everybody was like, whoa, eating McDonald's for a month straight is, like, bad for you, even though the movie is all made up, and the dude was just drunk the whole time. It hasn't gotten better? I don't know, I feel like I see roided up single dads, like, all the time now. I'm not sure that it's better. I'm stopping short of saying that it's better, but, like, I feel like I see a lot of like 50-year-old dads with like touch of gray just for men dyed beards who are like clearly on steroids despite being like project managers and software engineers. Is that good? I'm stopping short of saying whether nobody could say whether it's good or bad. I'm still trying to reconcile with the fact that oh, hello Dan, I didn't see your message. I'm still trying to reconcile with the fact that I might be part of the last bald generation, man. The hair restoration treatments are getting so good. Cat Stevens or Jamie Foxx? What kind of question is that, man? Cat Stevens? Well, in what domain, man? Are we talking like in a fight? Ah! I'm dead. Not to this clown, man. At shortstop? Honestly, I'd rather have Jamie Foxx at shortstop, I think. Cat Stevens might be like 85 years old. Thoughts on Cat Williams calling Jamie Foxx a clone? Yeah, I think everybody's gone crazy. I can't... Cat Williams, he appeared to be onto something with the Diddy stuff. I don't have any personal information on Cat Williams. I think he was spitting when he was talking about the Diddy stuff. But Jamie Foxx being a clone strikes me as a little implausible. It strikes me as a little bit unlikely that Jamie Foxx died and then was replaced with a body double. Did you see him fight a kid and lose? See, now, I'm the only true free thinker. Because I feel like people are all either like, I'm on Team Cat Williams or I'm on Team fuck Cat Williams. I look at every situation independently. Cat Williams, did he get beaten up by a kid? Yes. But if you've seen the video, he got jumped, bro. And the kid was huge. The kid was like, they weren't 7, they were like 15, and they were like 15, like 5'11", 280 or something, and they jumped him. Like they sucker punched him, basically. And Cat Williams is like kind of a small guy. So like it's embarrassing, but at the same time, like I think if you were to do the tail of the tape, you'd be like, I'm betting on the 15-year-old. Plus, they sucker punched him. 280? Dude, Dan, I was freaking out watching the college football playoff. Is it like ethical that we have college students who are like 6'1", 375 pounds? Isn't this like, aren't they shortening their life expectancy by like 15, 20 years just to play right tackle? Like when I see a grown man, like a 28-year-old or a 32-year-old, and they're like 6'2", 380, I'm like, I get it. But these kids were in high school in like 2021, man. They can't be, how did they grow them so big so fast? The heaviest kid in my high school was probably like 210, man. You need someone to plug the A gap, I guess. I don't know what the life is like at Ohio State, to be fair, but I was just surprised, man. Aren't they like 21? Yeah, but that means they've gained like 200 pounds in like 4 years or something, man. That's crazy. I wrestled at 285 in high school. You fucking wrestled at 285? Did they hate you? Did you even have any opponents at 285 in wrestling? I thought the wrestling stereotype was like the strongest motherfucker you've ever seen is wrestling in like the 108-pound weight class. Like I'm saying this with fear as well, because I'm like, you could literally kill me. But I'm like, if I saw a motherfucker who was 285 pounds in high school on the wrestling team, that's the last day of my wrestling career. I'm not getting to the mat with that guy, man. I'm gonna die. Or I don't want to get in the mat with the dude who's like 110, but his forearms have like 12 ropes in them. 285 is like going up against Thanos, man. I can't be doing that. Do you not think about weight classes? Bro, I'm just saying 285, a 285-pound athlete is a fucking monster. That's literally like a superhero. You better hope it's not a supervillain. And at age 16, like that's like a 10th grader who weighs 285 pounds. It's like Homer Simpson having access to a nuclear weapon, man. Like you're not supposed to have that kind of body with that kind of brain. They're giving you too much horsepower. You haven't even got your learner's permit yet. Kid is 17 and Cat Williams threw the first punch. Listen, okay, did Cat Williams throw the first punch? Yeah. Did I forget about that? Yeah. Were the vibes off in the... You got some street smarts if you figured out how to find this video. Were the vibes off before Cat Williams threw the first punch? That might have been his only way out of the situation, man. He's getting surrounded by motherfuckers. They're harassing him a little bit. He's getting desperate, man. He's got to find a way out. He was being swarmed. That's what I'm saying, man.
The ultimate movie list, 650 movies.
Yo, now you're speaking my language.
Well, I'll have you know that there's 69% of what I've done so far is in the category haven't seen and don't want to.
That's fair. What's the next movie in the list? Hello, Kory. Hello.
Next movie in the list, hey, Kory. Box Trolls, which I've never heard of.
I'm going to say that if you're like 10 years old, that's a must watch. If you're your age, it's a good movie, but you kind of got to maybe like, you have like a nephew or something that maybe might want to watch it.
In the time you've been talking,
Trolls?
I hit never seen and don't want to on like 7 more movies.
Okay.
Because this thing is just full of slop, I'm going to be honest.
Well, what's next? What's next?
The Incredibles, I'll put that into C, kind of good.
Wow, feels like a low ranking for that movie.
The Iron Giant, never saw it, don't
Are there
care.
any movies on this list that are targeted towards an adult audience, or is it all...
That's what I'm saying. This is almost all children's films.
Okay.
Did you just put The Lion King in F tier?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's in the never again because I don't ever want to see it again.
Like, so your F tier isn't this movie's bad, it's I don't want to watch it again?
That's
I mean,
going
to be like
it says never
99%
again
of
on
movies.
I mean, I don't like it. I liked it when I was a baby.
it's still a great movie.
I don't
It's
think it
one of
is.
the best animated
I
movies.
think
of all
I'm
time.
gonna come into the middle here.
I would like it.
I think
Yeah, what's up?
I think our generation has glazed The Lion King a little too hard. We watch it with fresh eyes. I don't think it's as classic as we've.
This is
revered
an
it.
insane take because of the remake being dog
No.
shit.
It's not
Like,
because of
that's
the
only
remake.
reason.
It's because of the fact that like the songs are overglazed, in my personal opinion.
Hakuna Matata.
I think Hakuna, the Circle of Life is
Maybe I just don't like them.
the Circle of Life is inspiring.
This feels like just the most like not devil's advocate, contrarian take I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not saying it's not a good movie. I would give it. I'd probably give it an 8.
That's really high.
I'm
That's
pushing.
insanely high.
I'm pushing back against the idea that it's one of the best animated films of all time, though.
It is. What do you
Is it?
mean? What's happening right now?
All the Studio Ghibli stuff is better.
What is happening?
Every single Studio Ghibli? I don't know.
I'm with you on that one.
There
Those
are
are all
plenty
better.
of. There are so many Ghibli movies that are not better than The Lion King. That is an insane take.
Yo, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, twins, A tier.
All right, now you're just being a troll.
I loved that movie.
You're entitled to like that movie, I guess.
I love that movie.
Did you know there's a city in America that's started building related that they're gonna build the tallest building in the country? Can you guess what city is trying to do it?
St.
Up in New
Louis.
York.
Las Vegas.
Bro, it's Oklahoma City.
Wow.
They have plans
I feel like they
to
should be like
build-
second to not do that.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I looked up their skyline and I went, "This is gonna look like really bad."
Isn't
You
that
have,
like
a
Tornado
tiny-
Alley, man?
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons they are like, you probably shouldn't do this.
Sorry, I just watched Twisters, so like.
But if you're higher than the tornado, can it hurt you?
Well, I think at the same.
Well, if the
buildings
bottom
are
of the
actually-
building gets hit by the tornado, maybe.
I flew into OKC airport one time, and even I was like not happy with my time there, which was like 30 minutes.
Well, I flew out of George H.W. Bush International
Houston
Airport,
Airport.
and everybody was wearing cowboy hats, and I thought it was a fucking Candid Camera episode.
That's some Texas right there.
They
yeah.
do. Did you know? Have you guys been to Texas? They really wear the hats and the boots and everything.
I know. It's very funny.
It's
The
not
big
like just a
belts.
movie thing. It's like they actually like wear it outside. I don't know if I should say this, but I feel like cowboy hat, shirt tucked into jeans, and cowboy boots is kind of like free aura. Like if you're aura,
respect it.
if you're auraless, I think it gives you free aura.
I think it gives you the wrong aura.
Like depending on the area you are.
Well,
Like, if you
what's
walk-
crazy, I think, is like if you're outside of the South, I think it gives you more aura.
I was gonna say I think it like
I
defines
didn't grab
you
it
in a
again.
Okay, that's your fault this time.
I can't remember.
I think it might give like, I feel like if like a little old lady saw you and went, oh, they look like such a nice young man. If that's aura, maybe.
Yeah,
That's like some nerd shit though, honestly. I don't know. If I saw someone, I wouldn't be like, damn, they got some aura. I'd be like, look at this fucking nerd.
I'd be like, damn, this guy must be like a cowboy or something.
No one who wears a
They
cowboy
don't
hat.
exist, man.
Yeah, they. Anyone who wears a cowboy hat has like $80,000 a year income or higher.
Yeah, they're LARPing.
They're like
It's
realtors
a
and
LARP,
stuff.
It's a LARP accessory.
Yeah,
It'd be the
yeah.
same if someone walked around with like a little crown, you know?
I don't know. I went to a school that specialized in agriculture. There were a lot of cowboys walking around, man, with like very large buckles that they want you to think they won in some sort of rodeo, but instead it was like an agricultural, like, I had the largest cow this year, and they get a belt buckle.
Yeah, 4-H, 4-H
That's the thing.
type
Like, is a
shit.
cowboy a farmer? You know, like what's the definition of a cowboy?
I think it's like you wear the hat and the boots.
Ow.
That rocks.
I think it's all it takes, honestly.
You just got to put the hat on.
Pretty
A
much,
cattle
man.
rancher? That's fair. See, in my mind, a cowboy is like guy riding a horse and he like shoot a gun.
I think if you like eat like a pot of beans cooked in a cast iron skillet, like over a fire or something, that makes you
Yeah.
a cowboy.
No,
Why
yeah,
didn't-
that tracks.
Fuck, dude,
What?
I'm a cowboy. Let's fucking go.
Why didn't herding dogs take off here?
Herding
Can you not
dogs.
hurt?
Herding
Yeah.
dog? Like sheepdogs?
Yeah.
I think we still use
got
them.
an ATV, right?
I don't see them that much here. Anytime I see video of a herding dog, it's in Scotland and like only Scotland.
But usually like for sheep specifically, right?
I think they don't have quads over there.
Herding
probably
dog.
some.
What is this? Dr. Doolittle? You heard?
I don't
Of course,
get
I thought you were going to say
hearing
something
the
about
dog.
like
Understand
Mike
it,
Mike
but Mike talked
Huckabee's
to it.
son or something like that.
Oh wow. I mean, that
Sorry,
was
what day
much
is it?
better.
Am I still allowed to? Ah!
he just
How did the mic cut out that way perfectly?
They took him.
that was an
I'm
incredible.
being placed in the crystal.
I don't know if you meant to do that. I'll click the banana. Hold on.
Huckabee drone strike.
You did, it's like you were falling down a hole.
Yes, my gatekeeper. Sorry, what day is it? Am I still allowed to? Ah!
Dude, that shit was so funny.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
laughing
woke
every
up-
time,
You remember,
man.
If I call
That
your
happened?
number or your
Where's the
color,
rules? Isn't he meant
you
to say
must
this?
answer. Yes, my gatekeeper.
Oh, wait.
yeah.
If you fail to
You wait,
answer
yeah,
yes,
I
my
think I'm
gatekeeper,
Baron.
When I call your
zombie.
number or color, you
I'm
will
white.
be punished.
I'm white.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I had to
Like, from
leave.
the
Like,
start?
I left maybe like 25 minutes in.
Did you see at the beginning when we were just watching some movie on YouTube?
No.
So we were like, YouTube recommended just a film,
Oh, this is
and we put it on, and it looked like it was clearly like a very low budget movie. And someone said out loud, like, "Yeah, I don't think the rights keepers to this give a shit." And I woke up to an email from YouTube that's like, "You cannot publish this.
Oh no.
It contains the film." It said the film. Oh, it made me laugh so fucking hard. I forgot the name of the muscle, and chat might remember, but I found out what was wrong with my arm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
It's a tear. So that sucks. But I know how to work around it now, at least.
Only just don't twist your arm in a certain way.
Yeah, I can't twist my arm towards myself. Like, or my wrist. No twisting my wrist towards myself.
Oh man, looks like the strangers in town for a few weeks.
That's fucked up.
I'm just
to
gonna
say that.
download handsfreecum.mp. I'm just gonna download the handsfree cum MP3s.
By the power of my mind.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about filing an insurance claim for a hands-free cum MP3 because to like my insurance company.
Yeah. Like
You
an
should
expense
cover this.
report.
This is medically necessary. Yeah. What do I want to do? What do you do? Oh, baby, I'll do that.
You know what's
hands-free?
You know what's really
MP3 and it's
funny?
just-
Sorry,
Go
go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're good. You go. My joke already died.
You know what's really funny? Muting your mic and then pretending to cough so that chat doesn't know you're farting.
Oh, bro, that's like the play.
I literally, I hit the mute button on my mic and then like put my fist up to my mouth like I was coughing into it and just let one rip, man.
Oh, dude, everyone probably thinks I've got like the black lung with how much I be doing that move. I don't think I've ever let one slip on stream either. Like I think I've got like a 14-year
Ouch.
perfect record. I'm gonna shoot a big net at you, and you're not gonna be able to move.
It's whatever, man.
I like the idea of having a cartoon net gun.
Yep.
Like you could probably buy one, right?
About a Cartoon Network.
Huh.
That's what
more
it's all
expensive.
about. That's what it's all about, man.
That's what it's all about. Like that.
Let me guess. A great song to listen to after watching The Lion King.
Wow.
Such a prick.
God damn.
It's male bonding.
Oh, I forgot to click on the guy.
Oh man.
Forgot you have to click on the guy.
There's got to be
Attack
someone
on.
out there
I had-
fucking with the
Oh, wait, can I
Hokey
go back? I can
Pokey
go back.
as their favorite song.
That's their shit.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man.
They just start fucking. I'm picturing someone crumping to the.
I was gonna say crumping.
Yeah. It's got the right energy, I think, for it to be really funny.
It'd be nice if you could see what your fucking deck does, man. Like I can't see what's in my fucking deck.
Why is he saying it like that?
You and
My deck has nothing. My discard pile has nothing.
Can't see my deck, man.
Me
like
in
to
in
discard.
2021.
yeah.
Holy.
Real type
Okay.
shit.
Stop saying type shit. That's my least favorite thing that you say.
It's
Wow.
why? Because it makes
Ryan, I
me
like
sound
when you
younger.
say type shit, but
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's real type shit for a guy like him.
That's normal for a fella like me, type shit.
What do I do?
I hate that I've been saying it now.
Yes,
Not type shit,
dude.
but for a guy like me, it just, I fucking hate it. I've adopted it. Chat yells at me all the time.
But their impression of how a 36-year-old should talk is actually like, you should be like 200 years old in 1831.
Damn.
If anything, I have lived experience. I should be allowed to use slang. You ever hear like a 13-year-old kid on the bus call someone a baddie? Like, you were literally born in 2012, bitch. You don't know what you're talking about.
Have you been spending time on buses?
I got my ear to the fucking ground, dude. I'm out there all the time. Mouth does use down bad every time. He does. He does use it to describe like being hungry.
That's not what that means.
He'll be like, I'm down bad for lunch right now, and stuff like that. And you're like, that's not what it is, man. What's PMO? I know TS is type shit, but what's PMO? Because in Canada, that's literally the office of the Prime Minister. I'm not even fucking with you.
I ain't never heard of that.
Pissing me off. So you type like
we're abbreviating that now.
Like your PMO RN, UR space PMO space RN.
Does Gen Z still type LOL, or is that just dead? Is that a dead?
I think that's
old
boomer
ass.
only.
Is that well?
That might be old ass. I'm sorry to say.
LMAO is old ass, but I'm willing to own it.
I mean, it's a simple math. If I type LOL, that means that was funny, but I didn't laugh. Lamau is like, that was funny, and I laughed a little.
And it scales with the number of
in
O's.
all caps is like, okay, I laughed.
My LMAOs are endearing, and if I put a lot of O's on that shit, I'm losing it.
If I type Rafflecopter, oh man, you know.
Dude, that's the
shit,
funniest
man.
shit you've ever seen, for sure.
You maybe throw like an OMG barbecue on that thing.
Oh my god, dude.
I think I told you guys this already, but when I was on the cruise, there was like a group of 12-year-olds hanging out, and all I heard the one kid say was, "Bro, she's a baddie. All the baddies are on Snap."
Yes, yeah, I remember this.
You did say that. That is painful.
It hurts. It hurt to hear.
I hadn't like heard a child talk in a long time until I was at an Islanders game. So this is a long fucking time ago now still. And fucking the kids in front of me were talking about World of Warcraft and using the most horrific language I've ever heard in my life. And they were like 7. Like they were really fucking young. And it was upsetting as hell to see.
It reminds me of when
those things.
in my Discord somebody was saying they were getting annoyed by like a 2-year-old at the restaurant that had an iPad, and then like an hour later they came back and they were like, it turns out they were 6.
Dude, these kids were unbelievably young. Like I would believe maybe like 9.
Okay,
Definitely not
okay.
double-digit age.
I'll be seeing you guys.
The amount, I mean, this was like 2008, which doesn't make this okay, but
So this
the
was like
amount
they
of-
were born in 01. Is what
They
you're
were
saying, or like
dropping-
99.
they were dropping some bad slurs, and their parents did not seem to mind.
I do think it's really funny that like whenever I hang out with my nieces who are like 14 and 10 or something, they say bruh at the end of every sentence. And like a room full of like like American middle schoolers just saying bruh over and over is just really fucking funny.
That is funny, but it also like, I don't know, it does something to me that makes me feel bad.
Right.
They'll be like, bruh, kimchi jjigae for dinner again? Kimchi jjigae for dinner again, bruh. You know?
I don't know why it fills me with a type of dread, but I think I'm
How I zoomed the fuck out of there, Apollo?
Yeah, no, they didn't notice. That shit was crazy.
Also, this was a long time ago too, but I remember a friend of mine who was a teacher being like, Justin, what do I say to these kids? Like every single student of mine wants to be a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber. What do I say to them? And I was like, oh no. I don't know, but find a way to steer them somewhere else. God damn.
I thought people were starting to not want to do this shit finally, because like I feel like most streamers that aren't like insane talk about how kind of like, sure, it's a really fun job, but it also kind of sucks super hard a lot of the time. You just can't really complain about it because people will think you're a piece of shit.
I saw a TikTok
fair.
yesterday of a guy who makes videos. He's like a, I guess, I don't know what you'd call him. He repairs cars, but he'll like drive to your car and fix it for you. And he does a lot of like good deeds helping people out, you know? and he went to help this guy who said he hit something in the highway, basically cracked like his transmission pan under his car. And then he gets there and he's like, yeah, he's like, I was on the way, you know, driving Uber. And like they start talking, blah blah blah, and then he's like, yeah, he's like, I like game and stuff. He's like, I don't have as much like followers as you, but he's like, yeah, but my brother, all I got to do, he said, my friend who's a streamer said, all I got to do is like get a computer, and then I'm gonna take off. And he's like, he's driving like a 2002 Taurus that he just broke, and then he's like,
man.
and he's talking about how he's like, yeah, but I'm not like the regular streamer guy, like even on my lives here, like if someone gives me like a galaxy, I'll like do like 25 push-ups. I'm just like, oh man.
There was I gotta tell you guys about I think I had a hobbyist DoorDash driver.
Oh, you got a what?
A hobbyist?
Yeah, I guess I'm leaving.
Oh, so like he was
was
door dashing like for the love of the game,
Fun.
basically.
Because he had an insanely nice like sports car, and he was in a suit and tie.
Okay.
And I'm just like, man, this does not. What is this?
Maybe
What's
he's
going on
just
here?
like an on the grind guy, you know.
He's the CEO of a company that's in trouble.
He's just on the
trying to
grind.
grind
It
out.
wasn't even like a boring suit and tie. Like he was fitted. Like I was like, damn, he got like a burgundy color with like the tie was sick too. Like he was killing it.
Did you get all your food?
Yeah,
Important
he
question.
Are you sure?
There are times that and I've never done it and probably never would, but there are times I'm like, if I didn't have anything to do, it could be kind of chill to just bring people their food for like 2 hours.
I agree with
You know,
that.
I feel that.
I think if you were forced to do it, it would suck ass. And actually, I think if you did it for fun, it would probably suck ass as well. But like in my head, it's kind of like something to do. Just, you know, you're kind of puttering around, getting out of the house.
You know,
Driving
I feel
is
that.
not fun in 99% of U.S. cities.
To be fair, it's not fun here either. I mean, I'd probably get like, hey, pick it up from this restaurant. I'd be like, oh, there's no fucking street parking downtown. They have no parking spots, so I got to leave my shit parked like kitty corner with the four-way flashers on while they're trying not to get towed. Then I got to like DoorDash it to their apartment, and they're like, I'm on floor 21. They don't put the fucking buzzer code into the app, and I'd be like freaking the fuck out. Maybe it would suck ass.
Yeah, I think you described all the bad parts about it.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. Have you been doing this on the side, Ryan?
Not anymore.
When I was still living in Florida, lots of old people work, and then like they'd want to talk to you too about how they don't have to work, but they want to.
They don't
I'd be like,
realize,
cool.
dude, they're fucking it up for everybody.
It was like the old guy I used to work with in the deli. He would also say stuff like that. I don't need to work. I'm just doing this to keep busy. And then he would also say a very similar thing about how he pooped.
You say, I don't need the poop?
He's like, no, he's like, it's, you know, it's pretty good for a 70-something-year-old guy to poop. I'm like, okay.
Cool, man.
He'd like poop and pat himself on the back and come out and like brag.
That's so
I'm like,
fucking
all right,
funny.
man. You're such a weird guy.
But if you're like old and you don't have to work, but you're still working, you should just work for free to do your boss a solid. Like you literally don't need the money. So like, what's the problem?
Pretty honorable, yeah.
Like just be nice. Yeah.
I saw there was talk on TikTok about tipping landlords, and that blew my fucking mind.
That's
so
a psyop.
too.
I think that's a psyop.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That ain't real.
Guy, like, it was like a skit he made. Like, it was like he was playing both sides of the skit as they do, and he was like, oh, and would you like to tip your landlord as they was paying rent on like a tablet? And the guy's like, oh, I don't want to tip. He's like, oh, so you tip a barista, but you wouldn't tip the guy, blah 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 blah. And I was like, people are tipping landlords, and there's like half the comments are like, why wouldn't you tip them? I'm like, oh my god, people.
Kory, those are you're being put upon by Generation Z.
People
Yeah,
are cooked,
I think so.
man.
Those people are 14 years old.
I fucking hope so. I fucking hope so.
Game
Listen,
over.
I understand that like a lot of them could be joking, but even like the thought of it is fucking gut wrenching to me.
As a landlord?
Fucking get off your soapbox, you fucking idiots. God damn.
He did say so.
Fucking assholes. I'm starting to feel what Rob felt, man.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh, I got close for fucking dying though.
You did actually.
I had it,
yeah.
man. I really thought I had it.
Especially if you talked about his fridge.
Okay, I was gonna bring that one up.
Type, man.
I don't know if he's still sore about that, but when he posted the picture of his fridge, and it was stuffed full to the brim. It's one of the funniest images I think I've ever seen in my entire
Rob's
life.
Fridge picture.
Yeah, I don't want to harp on it, but the picture is so good, man.
Such a good stream, man.
I haven't seen this picture in years, man.
There's like two fucking people living there, and he's got enough food for like.
That fridge is packed, man. I mean, now that I look at it, it's not actually that. It kind of looks like my fridge.
I'll put it in the Discord. You have that much food in your fridge, man?
After buying groceries, yeah.
That's
Way too much.
That is
food.
pretty
No one should have that much food in their fridge.
He bought a liter of heavy whipping
It does
cream.
remind
That is
me of,
too
like, how the
much.
fridge was- like that is how my family's fridge was for sure.
I think if I took a picture of my fridge right now, it would be the inverse image of Rob's fridge.
Yep.
I think it's like
Same.
fucking empty.
I have a
I've
pretty
been,
full pantry, but my fridge is it's a desert.
Every time I watch an American TV show, I'm so fucking jealous of American pantries, man.
Why?
Because your country is pantry maxing, and I feel like you don't appreciate it. Like in any of
have a
these like
pantry.
TLC shows, they open up the pantry and they have like 100 bags of potato chips and like 17 boxes of Ritz crackers, goldfish, pretzels. Here's 25 different kinds of drinks. Here's like 15 rolls of paper towels. They have like a whole room full of they have the store in their house, man. Dude, anytime I go to my like in-laws place, I'm snacking like crazy down there. You just open up the pantry, it's literally like a store. I'm like, damn, I've never had. We don't get this shit. We don't get double white cheddar Cheez-It grooves. We get our snacks. You pick one adjective.
He's right.
You might get white cheddar Cheez-Its, but you're not getting double white cheddar, twice baked Cheez-It grooves. Like that only exists in America.
I mean,
Sorry,
that's what my
Apollo.
pantry
I know
is.
this is a very exclusionary conversation.
What about it?
We're talking about
Cat food?
groceries.
Oh, I see.
I get groceries, man.
All right. My bad.
I feel like you said it like you understand them. I get it.
I get groceries. I just, I just get them delivery.
You get to.
I don't like going places.
I understand.
okay?
I understand.
Nah, that's fair.
I like going to the
I,
store, but I get it. Grocery
didn't
store
go
kind
any,
of. Sorry, go ahead.
But no, you go.
Well, I was just gonna say
related.
grocery store been kind of PMO lately because they don't have anybody at the fucking butcher counter, man.
There's no butcher counters up here anymore, man.
Sometimes you just need like one Italian sausage. You don't want to buy like the Johnsonville prepackaged Italian sausage. You got to wait like 20 minutes for somebody to come out of their cave and be like, hey, what do you want? And I'm like, one sausage, man.
Would you legit just want one sausage?
Yeah,
Just go to the
sometimes.
Are
butcher
you
shop.
cooking it for just you?
Come on.
Well, no, one sausage and then split the pasta in half. That's me and my wife.
I usually just buy a bulk
that's fine, I guess.
at Costco and freeze them.
Yeah, freezing it is probably the play.
Yeah, but then now I only want one sausage, though.
Yeah, but then the next time you want one sausage, you just go in the
You have
freezer
it in
and
your
take
Yeah,
it.
but that could be like 6 months from now.
I think that's okay.
Okay, so now I got one sausage. I got 12 chicken breasts in there. I got a bunch of frozen fruit. I got 1,000 different. I got 12 liters of
know you
breast
can-
milk. I got.
You can plan your meals ahead of time.
They
Why is that
literally, the
breast
stores
Yeah,
are
I'm
literally
sorry,
bending
did you
you
say
over.
breast
The stores are. You literally, you want to have one meal. Oh, I have to plan out the next 6 weeks of meals in advance so that absolutely
you
every.
You can't just drop that I have 12 liters of breast milk in my freezer. Is
That would,
that's
bro,
normal?
chill.
For your
I told you. I was gonna say. I told you I ran out of
heavy
protein
cream, man.
powder. Yeah. I'll wait for them to come out so that I can get one sausage. Because I talk about this all the time. I don't eat tacos or fajitas at home anymore because I got fucking sick of going through I gotta get all these different ingredients, and then you've always got a little bit left over, and everyone's like, that's easy. Just make sure the next 17 meals use up the remainder of the ingredients. No, I'm the type of motherfucker, I'll go to the bulk section and I'll get like a gram of chili powder. I'm like, I need that tonight. There you go. That's all, and it's done. I don't want to buy the tortilla chips and the shredded cheese, and then you run out of cheese, but you still got tortilla chips, so now you got to buy cheese. And then you run out of tortilla chips, so you don't really want to eat nachos anymore, but what are you going to do with the cheese? So now I buy a pizza crust, but now I got half a can of pizza sauce left over. So now I got half a bag of pepperoni. What am I going to do with that? Well, I guess I'll make pepperoni nachos, but now I got to go buy tortilla chips. Like, Just because
So
you wanted
you're mad
nachos
at-
one time, you're stuck in that cycle for the rest of your life.
I think-
and you're
I think he's
mad at
gonna
me for
die.
ordering delivery.
For the rest of your life, you're stuck in that cycle. No, I'll buy one of everything. That's it.
I think Ryan's gonna die.
I don't even think you can get one sausage at any deli I ever been to, because like they just don't have sausage at the deli. It's just.
He's
meat
talking about
and they
the meat
slice it.
counter.
The thing,
like
yeah. The
Yeah,
thing
they
that
don't have
pisses me off is like,
those.
why do they have a counter if nobody's going to be at the counter? But like, this is beside the point now.
I do see seafood departments for sure, but they're usually no one's at it.
Unless I go to like the Asian grocery store, then there's people working.
there's
That
definitely
seafood,
people.
the seafood department anyway. Seafood department is
Yeah.
crazy in those stores.
One of the all-time best places to see a fish tank with 800 crabs all crawling on top of each other.
I remember
That's
the grocery store I worked
crazy.
at stopped selling live lobsters due to like humanitarian like reasons or whatever.
So then you guys got to kill the lobsters, right? And then
No, I just thought it was funny because it's like we won't sell live lobsters, but we got a lot of dead fish right here.
Yeah.
You can buy all this you want.
They should at least promise, like, make you promise not to boil it alive. We probably shouldn't. Listen, I like a lobster as much as the next guy. We probably shouldn't be boiling animals alive and then eating them.
Yeah.
Except maybe like shrimp. I don't know if they even have anything going on in there.
Same. I don't think you get too many live shrimp though.
I guess that's true. I don't think I've ever seen a
I don't think I've
live
ever
shrimp.
seen live shrimp. Yeah.
It does kind of fuck me up
Shrimp,
that,
you got
that
shell.
You can eat the shell.
just-
Yeah, but
that
it's
people
not-
can just like kill things to eat them. Like I know that if you're eating them,
Yeah,
they've,
yeah, I
they've been
understand.
killed already. It's still pretty barbaric, but like I don't know. I get a little freaked out when someone's just very like blasé about like, okay, and then you fucking shatter the skull and then throw it in the pot. It's like,
Yeah, no, it's psychotic.
I think you gotta like if
say it.
if you do it before like the age of 10, like if your family is into that or something, I think maybe you go through the rest of your life like it's no big deal. But the rest of us is like, I think it's just always a big deal.
I did follow a guy on TikTok for a while who was raising a pig and then he slaughtered and ate it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have that in me.
I
Nah.
could never do that.
Well, I think if it was like the apocalypse and it was like you or the pig, then like I could do it. But like if I was just a software developer or something like that, I don't think you could make me.
Yeah, but he fucking named it and like
Yeah.
endeared it to like the channel and stuff. And I'm like, oh man.
yeah, that's just psychotic. No, that's too far.
Yeah.
Well, I think like, yeah, and also no, like I also get it. You know, like I also get it.
I mean, I get it. I still think they're not someone I want to like know or ever talk to. I get it, but like I don't like them.
Yeah.
Like I think it's the kind of person who like
I already
dyes.
know I won't vibe with them.
They
you know?
dye their
I'm
beard
certain
like a
of it.
little gray. it's like tucked in polo shirt vibes. Bluetooth headset in the car.
I do like also it's kind of like if I'm a meat eater, I'm hypocritical if I'm like you know, thinking that that's weird because that's probably like way more reasonable.
Pig probably had a better life.
Yeah. And he used like every part of it.
I don't think it's fair to be like, you know, oh, but it's so good. Like, we're not saying that like taking care of it is bad. It's just like being the one to take care of it is weird.
I mean, and also the pig can't consent to its slaughter being vlogged. So I think
What's
that's
fucked
like
up is I think it's only been weird for like the last like couple hundred years at most.
This is only like the only reason this is like weird is because of how awful we treat animals everywhere else. If it was like not legal to torture animals before they, you know, were slaughtered, this wouldn't be a fucking problem.
Wait, what?
I would like hire
I
like a
lost the thread.
hitman, I think, to like kill the pig.
I'm saying like
You get a pig hitman.
Yeah.
you got like these meat companies that pack animals together, like, you know, like basically make the whole animal's
Wait, factory
entire
farming
existence.
is horrific.
Right. But if like that didn't happen, then like, and they were all raised ethically and cool, and it was like a little bit more expensive, I don't think people would be like arguing against what we're saying.
Sorry, the job to be
No,
a fucking
yeah, it's-
animal hitman is so fucking
That is very funny. Yeah, nah,
Funny games.
you know, factory farming is
sniping
horrific.
across the fucking field, taking the fucking.
The shame is I think
out.
like people just have a full detachment from the factory farming. Like it does scare me that people are like, wow, that's horrific. And then like just don't give a shit. Like, it's like, damn, that shit is horrible. I'm just gonna keep contributing to it though.
God,
You know?
The shit that pisses me off is that if we got all this factory farming, why is the beef still so fucking expensive, man?
It would be even more without it.
Well, that's the shit that's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I paying
how
like
else they do-
$35 for a ribeye at No Frills where they got them crammed into little cages? Should that shit be like $3? Also, I'm pissed off because who's buying the fucking ribeyes that allows them to keep the prices that high, man? Every time I go to buy beef at the grocery store, I'm like, it looks like it's chicken again tonight, man.
Like one dumbass on a carnivore diet probably covers like thousands of dollars.
You're so right. Can you stop buying the ribeyes so that I could buy the ribeyes after they lower the price?
I'll still never forget someone I knew being like, I don't know, man, I'm trying this carnivore diet shit. And then a month later, they were like, it works great. I have diarrhea constantly. And I was like, are you, did you just hear what you said?
Doesn't look like it's working great.
Yeah. That's not the vibe I got. Didn't sound great to me.
The caveman diet is funny to me because, like,
man.
I thought,
Not what caveman ate.
yeah, I think they mostly ate like whatever plant was like around them in abundance, and then like occasionally, like twice a year, they'd eat like a lot of meat. But they were also
Nuts and
like
berries, man.
also dying
Yeah.
like at age like 27 or something.
Yeah, they weren't living too long. It is very fun. Like I've had the morbid curiosity, just being like, what's trending in the world right now? And there is so much, just like watching people like really believing in the healing power of crystals and shit. It's really interesting to just kind of like, it's like going to the freak zoo, you know?
Yeah, but they're probably like an Aries or something.
He's so real for that.
So right.
Yeah, so true. The crystal shit I won't really dog on too much.
Well, because you never know, like
No. I'm not even saying from a never. Like, I'm very confident in it. From the people who think that it will like, I've met some people who are like, oh, you know, like they have like a spiritual connection or something to it or something meditative. I'm not shitting on that. I'm shitting on the people who are like, hey, this is gonna cure your cancer. You just gotta put a crystal right there.
you can just say it.
Yeah,
There's
but
some baddies who are into
One
crystals,
and the
man.
other.
I'm kind of shitting on all of
Yeah,
them.
I'm not trying to upset the baddies. I'm not trying to upset the baddies.
He's trying not to
Keep
upset
doing
the
your
crystal
crystals.
baddies.
Keep
He
doing your
is.
crystals. Keep doing your zodiac shit. It's cool, baddies. I'm with you.
I'm not gonna like say it to them and be like you're a fucking idiot or something. But
I
you know,
just
the,
think
whole
that
time, the whole
letting-
time they're talking, I'm like judging them in my head.
I will
Letting
call someone an idiot.
people-
Ooh.
I was gonna say, letting people be stupid about something harmless is an invite to let them think something stupid that's harmful.
Yeah. Well, I think it is hard. Like the
What
people
the
who are
fuck?
like peddling shit as cures to diseases are
What
very
do you mean? What the
harmful.
fuck?
Well,
That's just,
I think
like,
lots of
crazy
stupid
harmful.
shit, but all of my opinions are non-problematic.
You probably think a lot of.
Where the fuck am I? There I am.
I think it's kind of fun to have a stupid opinion, though, about something that, well, as long as you're not selling anything.
Yeah, but everyone's selling something.
It's
these
true.
days,
Yeah,
man.
it's the selling shit that's bad.
Like back in the day, they used to just like meet a guy and he would be like, yeah, I like hang upside down for 10 minutes every night to like improve my lymphatic system. And you'd be like,
You mean
you'd be like, okay, buddy.
I shouldn't eat raw goat testicles and take liver supplements?
Raw,
Am I gonna get jacked like this guy, bro?
meat, raw milk, raw cheese. That's so ever since they started, like Substack has been a disaster for the human race, man.
Man.
I've definitely read a lot of Substacks. I definitely never paid for it.
You fucking.
I subscribe to a couple of them. Nate Silver's got some really good stuff.
Come on, man.
Who's the girl with the chart? You know, the Cayman fluffer chart. You know that one?
What?
I am unfamiliar with this.
You guys are.
fuck did
Oh,
you
you guys
just
got.
I'm unfamiliar with this.
You guys got to watch the news sometime, okay? You're way behind the times.
I'm very behind on shit.
Cayman fluffer.
Me visiting my.
Cayman
You did not
fluffer
mishear me. You
furry
did not
girlfriend?
mishear me. Real talk, though, is an honest question, Apollo.
Okay,
If you 1v1 Elon and PoE, who wins?
me.
I'm not suggesting that he's one of the best in the world, but he's a smart guy. Like,
I think it's really funny that
you
he.
said it honest, and I gave you an honest answer. So like, I don't know what you want from me there.
I think it's really funny that he signed in to prove that he's one of the best gamers and then lost and died on his fucking hardcore
on his hardcore character?
The first stream he ever played on.
That is pretty sick.
Level whatever the fuck he was, you know.
oh, do you have $1 trillion? Sorry, I didn't realize I was in a Discord call with trillionaires.
I didn't realize they were.
You can only get that much money if you're really smart. How else would you do it?
It's crazy that like I think everyone at one point like no like a lot of us know he's an idiot at this point, but like you gotta imagine he's not so stupid to think that he could fool people with that.
You
but,
can't
like,
fool
nah.
gamers. He should have known that, man.
I think the thing is though, like you surround
crazy.
yourself with that many yes
That's
men.
what I mean.
Yeah, you
like,
lose touch with reality.
Like he's like so far off with that one, man. Like no one believes him. No, I don't even think his own like sycophants believe him, man.
I think the only person keeping him in check was fucking Grimes, and that's crazy. She's
My goat.
Even then, I don't know. How.
Except for like some of the stuff.
yeah.
I'm sure about that.
I just love women, basically. So Chiblee. Okay, so Chiblee said, "Why is Ryan allowed to say he loves women, but when Chib says it, his chat says he says it in a gay way?" It's a very touchy thing, but Chib, you have the gayest Letterboxd account of any straight person, and it's not meant in a negative way, but your Letterboxd is full of gay movies.
That rocks.
Which is fine, by the way.
There's not anything wrong with that.
What do you mean by that? Why don't you go take a look at it and then tell me that I'm wrong, okay?
High School Musical.
Last movies he's watched have been like After Sun, Portrait of a Woman on Fire. Like, he's got like there's a run of like 19 straight female-led period dramas in there, okay? Go take a look, man. Apollo.
The other map?
Apollo.
Oh yeah, the other map.
What happened, man?
I lost.
Okay, sorry. I don't want to be seen as the bad guy. I don't want to be seen as the bad guy.
Coming for
Okay.
you. Just attacking your.
I
ass.
mean,
Dude.
23 points. I posted the password. Joe Burrow blonde tips is compromised. Joe Burrow blonde tips is compromised.
Oh no! You have such a good password.
What does this even mean?
It's like if he was that, like you probably wouldn't get your newspapers reliably.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying?
Like kind of, but it's stupid.
Yeah, it's an insane password. That's just unhinged.
I couldn't even parse it at first.
Same.
You guys aren't fucking with Sam Darnold type mailman?
I when I look at it for some reason,
lost on me
I
a
only
little.
see old type mail.
Oh, sorry, it's the same map too.
3 in a row. Why not?
I got distracted thinking of a good
Way
password.
more time on the password than the actual game setting.
I told you I had like an 81 IQ, man. It's not my fault. Kory, are you
Football's
rooting for
over
the?
soon, right?
Yeah, they're on the second last weekend.
Definitely rooting for the Eagles. Yeah, absolutely.
Eagles, just because you're from Philadelphia.
Go Birds! Go Birds! Remember, I saw a woman in downtown Vancouver one time. She was wearing an Eagles jersey. I was like, "Oh, hey!" I was like, "Oh, you're from Philly?" She's like, "Go Birds!"
Love that.
Yeah, you're
Love
from
that.
Philly.
Oh, yeah, you're from
Kory,
Philly.
how many Philadelphia players can you name?
Jason Kelce, Donovan McNabb,
First off,
Brian
Bandle.
Westbrook, Brian Dawkins.
There's also the kicker that
Quinyon
misses
Mitchell?
every free point.
Oh, Justin Tucker. Oh, my goat. I don't want my goat to get old. I'm a big Ravens guy. That's my thing. I'm a big Ravens guy. I love the Ravens.
Big
But they also
bird
have
guy.
the I don't know if he's still on the team. Maybe it was last year. They had like the he was like Maori or something
Jason Kelce?
on the Eagles.
Maori Jason Kelce could be the next password, too.
I think he's from he's from Sydney.
Australia or Nova Scotia?
Australia, but I'm pretty sure he's like
What?
I love
Did I
when
say
Ryan makes
Australia?
a joke and someone answers him completely normally. That's how you get him, man. You just don't play into his hand.
Dude, nothing's better for me than when nobody laughs. I'm a sucker for that. Is it cold out by you, Kory? I had to spread some salt this morning.
I mean, it's not that bad.
It's a me. Sorry.
Still haven't turned the heat on this year.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking like these are the coldest days in the season for Vancouver, man.
Yeah, but I got the computer running. That thing's like a fucking it heats up the whole apartment. Basically.
That's fair.
It snowed here a couple days ago, and in a couple days it'll be 62 degrees outside. So, dude, our winter ends so fast in Texas. Like you get like a snowstorm, and then like a week later it'll be like, okay, no more winter. It's 70 degrees every day until summer.
How many people die on average during a snowstorm in Texas?
It's not usually a snowstorm that'll kill people, to be honest. It's
Just go outside, rip their hair out. What's this?
Nah, I mean, I think like 200 people died the last time we had a bad storm.
Well, you know what the problem is.
Start shooting at it.
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. Is like probably broken necks from all the snow accumulating on the brim of the cowboy hat. That shit gets real heavy, man.
Mostly people suffocating because they.
Okay, all right. I said so we can't tell, and comedy's illegal. Literally, it was just a joke about the shape of a cowboy hat or whatever, but.
It wasn't like a bunch of like rich old white Texans that died, unfortunately.
No, I mean, it's like a bunch of old folks and like disabled folks, and that's horrible.
Yeah. And poor people who couldn't stay warm.
Okay, I don't think like the class matters in terms of the humor of their death. I think it's more the manner of death that is the funniest part.
If they died because they had frost on their cowboy hat and broke their neck, it would be very funny.
Thank you for that. In the situation where that came to pass,
so
that would,
okay.
if that was what happened, it would be fucking funny.
Yeah.
Because you would be like, buddy, just take off your hat.
You think anyone ever died because they put on too heavy a cowboy hat? Like, you think there was ever someone with a lot of... They were just like they made like a solid gold cowboy hat?
The Key and Peele sketch, but it's like 10-gallon hats just to keep getting bigger.
I could see someone putting on a cowboy hat that was like too big and they couldn't see, and then they like ran into something and died.
Yeah. I want to get a big...
That's not funny. That happened to my uncle, actually. So you guys are...
Sorry. I want a big enough cowboy hat that I could put it over someone's whole body as a way to like make fun of them.
Just wear the hat as like a top and bottom.
Like with the same feeling of like putting someone in like a trash can.
Yeah.
But you're just putting them in a big hat, you know?
I do want to get one of those big hats that the football players are always wearing these days. You seen those, Apollo? The incredibly oversized hat?
The Guardian helmet?
Yeah, the big hats are so
Not the Guardian helmet is also cool, but I'm talking about it's got like a hat that fits your head, but then the actual avatar of the hat is like...
Is gigantic.
Enormous.
Yeah. That shit is so funny.
Oh, fuck. Can I...
I love the giant
Can it hold
hat.
any beers, though?
It could probably hold...
so.
I bet it could hold 7 beers if you tipped it over.
Dude,
Holy
it's like
shit.
it's like the fucking big suit of our time.
I mean, if David Byrne put one of those on, that David Byrne suit plus one of those hats, that's NBA draft 2004 mode.
Remember Mind Mencia?
Ooh.
No spoilers, please. I'm still working my way through.
What's that guy up to?
No spoilers on Mind Mencia. Is so funny.
What's he up to nowadays?
I don't think much.
A name that has been completely forgotten, honestly.
Yeah. Well, fucking,
Actually, he was
thank
named
God
the
for-
Secretary of Comedy.
Thank
I
God
gotta
for
say,
Joe Rogan, man.
He's
Yeah.
Put him in his place.
man, a different time.
Joe Rogan really highlandered Carlos Mencia, man. Like he
really did.
He took his
really
fucking
did.
power, man. Just picturing like his fucking veiny ass head getting struck by lightning. The kind of sounds that would encounter after an event such as that.
Like he's sizzling and just goes, bro.
Imagine losing your career for stealing a Joe Rogan bit.
That
It wasn't
is
even one of his bits,
crazy,
was it?
man.
I thought it was someone else's bit, and like Rogan just pointed it out.
Honestly, I think a lot of
thought
his
it was also
bits
his
these
too.
days, you
Maybe.
probably could lose your job for stealing.
True.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of nurses in Canada lost their job for stealing his bit circa 2021.
Wow. You think Carlos Mencia still tours? No way. I mean, there's got to be a lot
Still
of people who would still
tours.
Somewhere.
Did I say that really?
He did
No,
say tour.
not really.
Okay, because I feel like I feel like
tour.
that people used to make fun of me for saying it that way.
I think you said it pretty normally, and I just,
All right, good.
I just saw my moment.
He saw weakness.
Dude, the audience hated the nurse joke. I didn't even say what my stance on it was. I think it's self-evident, depending on how you feel.
You hate them?
It's self-evident, depending on how you feel.
I always love telling people that I've had 3 COVID vaccines and them trying to figure out whether that means I'm anti-vax or Fauci's #1 fan. 3 appears to be like an awkward number because my parents have had like
Really?
7 or 8.
Oh
I
fuck!
think I've had 5 or 6. Yeah.
See, this
Really?
guy. If I
Whoa,
if
whoa.
Kory didn't know me and I told him I had 3, he'd be like, I don't know how to feel about this guy.
I thought 3 was like the right number.
They're gonna hate me, man. I had 1.
1? Was it at least was it a Johnson and Johnson?
No, it was. Oh no, okay.
Nah,
I did
dude,
the
I got
two.
the
I did
rare
the two
Johnson
for
and
one.
Johnson.
I got the
Oh, you
one,
did
but
get
it
the
was
twofer.
Yeah, I got the twofer.
Oh fuck! I feel like I know like almost no one who got the twofer because they pulled that shit quick.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I got 1 dose. Well, I mean, it was 2 doses for 1
Right,
treatment,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess, right?
I got one
I
of the
don't go
Sputnik
anywhere.
ones, like the Russian one, and then I got the Chinese one as well.
I don't know where he's going with this.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I don't know where he's going with this.
To be fair, I did drive like 3 hours to go get it, so I put enough effort in for an extra dose. I feel like.
End of January.
It's almost Valentine's Day, yeah.
Well, they did. When I went, I was shocked when I went to CVS and I was like, "Oh, I had COVID about 6 weeks ago. How much? Like, can I get the booster?" And she's like, "Nah, you gotta wait 6 months." I was like, 6 months?
I mean, the illnesses still exist outside of the time they're most prevalent.
Not the flu though, right?
You can get the flu all year. It's just
Nah,
less
yeah.
likely.
Listen, if a
Man,
motherfucker
I
like
never
me is
want-
not getting the flu in July, I don't know.
The flu is one of those things.
You
where,
probably
like,
did have the flu in July. What are you talking about?
I just fucking soup,
I remember when I was
and
younger,
naps, man. Soup and naps.
thinking I had the flu until I actually got the flu, and then I was like, "Oh my god!"
Well, there's different like states of the flu as well.
That's true.
I had the flu like 4 or 5 times when I lived in Japan. I told the story when I got H1N1 or swine flu, and Alice and I were living in 2 different apartments on the same floor, and like we would just spend the night in each other's apartment, right? So I was sleeping in her apartment, and I woke up in the middle of the night, like I wasn't feeling well that day. I went to the bathroom to piss. Next thing I know, I woke up, I was in the bathtub because I fainted mid piss. And
Yeah, dude, that shit was no joke.
and woke up so lucky I didn't like hit
Hit
my
your head on the
hard.
toilet, yeah.
Yeah, but I felt a trillion times better. It was like someone hit the reset button.
Damn.
Like I rebooted. Like,
I had that shit, and I think it was. They never gave me. They told me it was either that or West Nile virus.
Holy
But
shit.
my fever was so bad that like I know it was over 104, and my mom said
Oh
I was
my God.
completely delirious, and she had to convince me we were going to 7-Eleven. And I was just like, yeah, I could go to 7-Eleven, and then she just drove me to the hospital.
isn't that like the temperature at which you start to like cook your brain?
Yeah, it was fucked. Like I have no memory of that. I was there for like 5 days with that.
Wow, dude, that's
Jesus
like that's
Christ.
serious.
They fucking I do remember waking up with them hovering over me with a fucking crash cart.
Oh my God, that's
They
horrifying.
thought I was having a heart attack, but I was just fucking fever chill shaking. And I remember being like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, you're awake. Like,
You
yeah.
didn't have a monitor on you?
Dude, that shit was horrible. The whole experience was terrible. It was,
like, damn it, I thought we were gonna get to shock a fucker.
How old were you?
25?
Oh, okay. I legit
26?
thought you were like 9 years old
No,
when this was happening.
no, I was in my mid-20s.
When I if I told the story when I got my tetanus vaccine, they gave it to me. I was standing up in the doctor's office, which is bizarre. Why would they let a child stand up while they give him an injection? And
Oh fuck.
next thing I know, I woke up. They were smacking me because I was under the desk in the doctor's office because I fell, hit my head on like the wooden like bed, and then hit my head on the wooden support on the legs.
Oh my god.
My neck was over the like.
We gotta get this guy a helmet or something, man.
That's
I need one of those hats, man.
That is brutal.
You've ever got an ass shot before?
And they
An
were
ass shot?
I did get one.
Like a shot in the ass?
Yeah, I had to get a shot on the ass once.
I did a
It
shot in the ass
sucks.
once too.
I had a tetanus shot in my ass because I got bit by a dog.
That seems a bit excessive for a dog bite.
Or maybe it was rabies. I don't know. I was like 11. I don't know.
It was something.
Wasn't the rabies shot like you have to get like a bunch of shots in your stomach or some shit?
They never did that shit to me. So
I don't think it is anymore, dude. I'm glad I didn't get fucking rabies when I had that bat in the house, and people were like, "No, dude, you need a rabies shot," and I was like, "I tried, and it's gonna cost thousands of fucking dollars." So I'm gonna roll the dice on this one.
Oh my god!
I also
literally kills you. Doesn't it have like a 95% fatality.
I think it's like
rate?
100%.
It's like 100%.
I was fairly certain the bat didn't fucking touch me.
I also threw a bat out of my house when I was in college, and I had no idea until I told people years later. They were like, they're like, you can get rabies and die, and I was like, well, that was a long time ago, and they're like, it can stay dormant for up to 15 years.
Yeah, people keep telling me that too. I'm like, it's been 2 years. I'm fine.
We used to try to catch bats.
That's insane. Isn't it fucking crazy that like we can cure and at least like support so many diseases, right? Like so many. Even the worst ones are like 95%, but like there's a disease that we literally to this day it just kills you and there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
That's
We have to get it
crazy.
I'm not fucking with
one
bats,
person
man.
who has survived it, right?
if you don't get it immediately, yeah.
I don't know how. I'm not sure how that bat got in the house, but whoever it did is definitely still bat accessible. So, I didn't seal anything after that. I still don't know how it got in though. Everything I see is they're like, oh, like a bat can bite you in your sleep. You wouldn't even know it. I'm like, well, what if there's more bats in here, man?
Why are bats biting you in your sleep?
You need to have a handyman come over, man.
Apollo left.
This was like 2 years ago, man. Oh, Apollo must have. Oh, I think he like left like.
No, he left the fucking cave again.
You guys didn't see the turn where I went from the bottom of the cave all the way to the top of the cave.
You're damn right I didn't.
I'm not very.
We're talking about not being able to swallow.
Someone said you swallow 6 bats a year in your sleep.
Oh man.
Do you guys believe that shit when you were a kid? I believe that.
Yeah,
shit.
I believed it till about a second ago when you asked if you believed that shit when I was a kid.
Oh no.
I ain't swallowing bats.
Wait, well, how many spiders do you swallow? More or less?
Literally 0.
Oh,
man.
that's great news, man. That's great news.
It is entirely made up.
Oh.
I was working with a tour group up at SFU on top of Burnaby Mountain here, and there was a raccoon, and like there's signs everywhere. It's like, do not go near the raccoons, do not feed the raccoons, because they're too accommodated up here, like they're too comfortable with people.
Very true.
And like all the students see the raccoon, they're like, oh, it's so cute, and they take 3 steps forward it, and the thing just turns them, just goes. They all, like turned and ran. I was like, damn, dude.
Oh man.
I posted a picture of the bird friend.
Oh, let me take a peek at this fella.
I love
Hey.
He hangs out there every night. He wasn't there one night and I got scared, but he came back the next night.
Is that a bluebird? What kind of bird is that?
I don't know what kind of bird it is.
I really thought I was going to become an ornithologist just from playing Wingspan, but
Thank you for Jello. Thank you.
especially when the ASMR lady comes in with the JOI voice. Big-titted warbler. This bird is found Oh, Justin, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. I got to put you in the big hat prison.
No, he's gonna put me in the big hat.
Shit.
And then you tip me over and roll me down a big hill.
Dude, my father-in-law keeps posting security camera videos to us of just like black bears just like walking on his back deck.
Oh fuck.
That's no good, man.
It's crazy.
I would be a little shook. I swear to God, I had a Baphomet in my goddamn yard.
The demon? Satan?
Yeah, man. Dude, look at these hooves in my snow in the driveway. I was like, what the fuck did this?
It's gonna be deer footprints.
Yeah,
It's probably deer footprints. But I never seen that shit. Look at the size. My footprint is next to that shit for reverence. So that's like a size
Those are
13.
deer.
That's a size 13.
100% deer.
That's a
Why are they in my fucking driveway, man?
Because
they're
that's
deer.
deer, man. They walk
They're
everywhere at
everywhere,
night, man.
That's crazy.
It's just deer.
I think it was a
dude.
Baphomet, man.
I mean,
What
like,
word are you
It's like
saying?
the most recognizable
The
animal
Baphomet?
footprint after a dog, man.
I think it was a goat devil.
oh, it could be, man.
It could be.
You're right. We
It
don't
didn't
have
come up, you
evidence
know?
that it isn't.
I didn't get anything on my security camera that said, here's a fucking deer. You said
That's true. Can you imagine seeing these footprints in like the year 1306 or something like that? You would be
They
freaked the
probably
fuck
knew
out,
what
man.
deer were, man.
Nah, man, they would go crazy.
they-
for
They
that.
would come up with some kind of folklore. So they'd be like, "Oh, so
will say-
you were thinking of sinning. Satan was milling around your door."
Bro, we do that now, man.
Well,
I
some
did
people.
post it, and someone said those are rabbit tracks, and I was like, what kind of a fucking rabbit?
Look at the drones, man.
The three-toed rabbit.
Yeah. Bottom half rabbit, top half fucking Beelzebub. Oh, good gaming, lads. Good gaming.
Yeah, good gaming.
GG's.
GG's.
Later.
Bye bye.
I was thinking, I couldn't interrupt, but when Apollo was talking about getting up to pee in the middle of the night, I was in the middle of the night. I go walking in my sleep, 'cause I gotta go pee in the toilet so deep. In the middle of the, I go walking in the. Hello,
Oh, I gotta do fucking shit related to my taxes after the stream. Fuck!
I'm chill. Oh, I gotta make a phone call too. Oh, motherfucker, dude. Dude, my wife hit me with a thumbs up emoji when I said, hello, are you ready to stream? I think I understand the aversion to the thumbs up emoji. It's good. I mean, she's a millennial like me, so I know the thumbs up is good, but it's a little impersonal. She's your wife? What does that mean, impersonal? I'm not saying she should have said, like, you know, heart emoji or something, but like... Yeah, finger guns would have been okay, or like okay hands, but not in the problematic way. Anyway, I'll send you over to my wife's stream. Enjoy yourself, and I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good one. Good night, y'all.
Can you please tell us about Elon's violent diarrheas? No, did Ryan tell you about the nightmare I had? Oh my god. It still haunts me, man. So, like, not last night, but 2 nights ago, I had the weirdest nightmarish dream of all time. First, in our Elon Musk and his manager, or like, I don't know, like there was another person that Elon Musk brought. Like, they came into my house. It was like, you know, it's a dream. So when it's like nonsense, in real life, it's not a nonsense. But anyways, when he came to our house, we were like, oh, welcome, welcome. Our friends heard that Elon Musk was at our house. So they wanted to come and visit to see Elon Musk. And then, like, come over for dinner. And then as soon as my friends arrived at our house, Elon Musk said, oh, I have to go use the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? And I said, that's the bathroom right there. He started pooping like super loud, like fart trumpet, like just explosions of toilets. And then I was like, oh, and I didn't want to make anything awkward. So I played really loud music to cover up the sound of his like enormous fart poops. But then you would not believe this. My friends were like, oh, we came all this way to see Elon Musk. We're not gonna go home until we see him. And I'm like, oh, don't worry, he will come out of the bathroom anytime now. And then I was like, oh, do you want to see the car that he drove in to our place? And then my friends are like, yeah, sure. Bottom half of the car was normal, but then top half of the car was like inflatable. So when the car is not on, it looks like the roof of the car got collapsed. And I was like, "Yup, that's his car." And then people are like, "Oh no, his like roof of car is like banged up." And I said, "Nah, it's like inflatable car. Like when he drives, apparently like the roof of the car inflates." And people are like, "Wow, very futuristic." And then you would not believe how long of this poop shenanigan lasted. It lasted 3 days. And like we're just like waiting and waiting for him to come out from the bathroom. And then like he's like, "Nope, I'm still going." And then like the sound of poop was keep changing. First it was like explosion of fart trumpet, like and then we're like, "Well, is it okay if we stay at our place?" So, cause like I really want to see Elon Musk. And then I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. You guys can stay overnight. I'm sure he will come out any moment now." And then the next day, he was still in the bathroom pooping, but then this time it was like water droplet. It sounded like water droplet of poop, like boop, 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 boop. And I was like, I try to make it not awkward, so I try to make like try to find some kind of music that kind of cover up the sound of this water droplets. And then we're like, "Oh my gosh, like how long has he been in the bathroom?" I was like, "Oh, like for a day." And then we're like, it can't be much longer now. I mean, like he's gonna show up soon. And then like the whole time it's just like farting and pooping. And then it was next day. It has been 2 days since he has been inside of the bathroom, still pooping. And all my friends are like, "Dude, is Elon Musk in there?" I'm like, I'm telling you, he's in there. He's just pooping the whole time. It's been like third day, and my friends are like, "Okay, I can't like wait any longer. I gotta go." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. Who knew he gotta poop so much?" And then my friends left, and as soon as my friends left, he came out of the bathroom and he's like, "Wow, your toilet is really great." And then he's like, "Where's your friend?" And I'm like, "They left." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "That's okay." And then he got into this inflatable car and drove away. When I woke up, I was like so stressed out. It sounds like a fun dream, but it was actually a nightmare, man. It was a nightmare. I couldn't imagine. I was like, "Why the hell did I have such a weird dream?" And I told the story to Ryan, and Ryan was laughing. I'm like, "But it wasn't funny." The thing was, it wasn't funny. It was a nightmare. It was terrible. How do you remember it in such detail? I don't know. It must have some kind of meaning to it, right? I don't know. But it was so terrifying. It was so terrifying. Elon Musk is pooping in underwear of society, and you're trying to desperately not to listen to the squelching sound of his diarrhea destroying democracy. Oh my gosh. But you know how they say when you dream about like poop, like your body is covered with poop and stuff like that? That apparently that means wealth. Like the poop in dream means wealth. And so you will soon be faced with like luck towards your wealth. And then like there's also a golden pig. If you ever dream about golden pig also is like means wealth as well. Buy a lotto ticket right now. I told this story before. I also had a very vivid dream of me getting bit by a snake on my wrist. And it was like not a huge snake, but it was like sizable, medium-sized snake. And then when it bit me, I was bleeding a lot, like a lot of blood. And then I looked at the head of the snake, and it like the head of the snake was not triangular, it was more round. So I was relieved that the snake was not venomous. But I could not get the snake off of my wrist. And I was bleeding a lot, and I was like, Ryan, help me. And then Ryan couldn't help me. And then it was so vivid, I had to look up what it means to get bit by a snake and bleeding a lot. And apparently in the dream, the amount of blood that I bled equals to the amount of wealth I will be receiving in the future. So if you bled a lot, that means a lot more wealth will be in my way. And then, but if the snake was venomous and you dreamt of the venom spreading your body and you're getting poisoned and you're getting sick, it means that in near future you will get sick. But then in my dream, I remember it was like round head and it was like not poisonous. So I was like, oh my gosh, maybe it's a sign for me to buy a lottery ticket. So that day, I went to like the grocery store or what convenience store or whatever, and then bought the lottery ticket. But guess what? I didn't win anything. It was bullshit. It was a total BS. So honestly, if I didn't have that experience, I might go and buy a lottery ticket after I had a dream of Elon Musk pooping in my toilet for 3 days. I don't believe it no more, man.
I love it when you suck me like that, and when you close them, give me the shivers 2, 3, and baby, we're gonna go till I split your crack. And when you see the party's over, then you throw it right back. Cause I said, ooh, something. Was I close? He doesn't say that. He says something like that. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you suck me off, I go. And don't ever look, baby, with your ripped up jeans and your skin tight jeans and your teenage jeans tonight. That's a banger too. But you didn't have to suck me off. Put my underpants down and throat my member, but you didn't have to bite it off and spit it out and get me feel so low. What? Something like it's so. I didn't write the song, dude. It's something like that, okay? Leave those parodies to Justin. I still think about it every time I hear the song, which is like every 80s ride on Peloton. John Cougar Mellencamp's Jack and Diane. Sucking off chili dudes inside the morgue's deep freeze. Jack's wearing a winter coat. He's got a pillow underneath his knees. Let them rock, let them roll. Let the Bible belt come and save my soul. I think about your piss is on my lips like all the time. Because your piss is on my lips. Because your piss, I can't resist. Because your piss is on my lips. When I turn out the lights. I have Vanessa Carlton's song stuck in my head, except it's sucking a dick downtown. Sucking fast, stations past and I'm homebound. And I throat you. I don't know why I'm using throat. I guess because you need a lot of synonyms for suck in order to make the song feel clever. And I piss you.